Is it my intro, by the way?
Oh, to a great start.
We are tWoTcast, episode 437. Then,
Yeah. No, he doesn't. No. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go. We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time, Reread Podcast. Explicit in R, freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
hi. Sorry.
Hey.
Here's something. You want something funny? My
Yeah.
neighbor's house just burned.
That is funny. Wait, no, it's not. That's horrible.
It's fucking awful. So, not to the ground. It should be okay. But anyway, so I'm a little out of sorts. And in fairness, so in memoriam, I'm having some smoky scotch to remember what his house smells like.
Jesus Christ.
You're viewing tWoTcast, but time we read podcast, now covering the incendiary next door. That's not right. The incendiary that was the trash dumpster that was the Wheel of Time TV show and its cancellation. I apologize for that. Love the show and love making fun of it. And coming in hot tonight, apparently. Woo!
Yep. Doing a great job.
I gotta change my name too. Anyway, I'm John. With me is Joe.
Hey, Jono.
God.
And Tom is
Daffy's having mild connectivity issues, so she's very frustrated.
Okay.
So bear with her.
Tom's not here because he's got HIV, I believe is correct.
Yeah.
By lightning, I think.
That's
by lightning.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Hello.
But
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Let me
Hello,
introduce
everybody.
and Taffy is here.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Yeah, please don't forget.
You
to
sound
Daffy,
like
we
my
always,
dad.
thumbs
we
up
will
when you
always
arrive.
have you for as long as you want.
Oh wow,
That's
it's
fast.
still pretty shitty in here too.
I blame Otto. Otto seems like he's really fucking this internet up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
one of your kids or Otto is sucking up all your bandwidth.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn. Thanks
Yeah,
for always
just got his
putting
mouth
your
on that modem,
don't forget
just-
to like message up. Oh, no, white man's here.
we
So
apologize.
what does it look like? What does it look like, you guys?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's great.
It looks like you if I didn't have my glasses on.
Jesus,
Nope.
it's so stupid. Hey, I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to attempt this. Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever, Tabby.
Yeah.
Thank
And that's
God
how you
she's
know
gone.
this is a professional show.
Why don't I have two
I come in
crowns?
out of sorts, unaware whose intro. She comes in later, unaware of what's going on with her internet. And Joe's got his shit together.
Yeah, I do.
by
I
the-
mostly do.
So Joe, by the way, as I bullshit to waste some time here, Joe had asked for some screenshots and some things that are relevant to today's episode. And
Oh,
just so you
yeah.
know, I went on to incognito mode because that's how I was looking it up for save twat with an A, and it gave me all sorts of
Andy
good
Zoe.
advice for what save twat could be. And then when I tried to look it up, because they wouldn't let me take a screenshot to send to you, when I tried to look it up, just not in incognito mode, it was giving me all sorts of, well, you may have been hacked kind of shit. And I was like, well, what the fuck is this? So unfortunately, that just wasn't to be. And then the neighbor's house caught on fire.
I mean, well, let's check in with Save Water.
Fins, you're correct. I do apologize. I came in a little hot.
You know,
It was
Taffy
fun
sent a
for-
few images, but that's such a low priority to get those ready. I mean, in the nicest possible way.
And I appreciate
Let's-
that.
Let's see what's going on with Save What.
So that's the website. I haven't gone there yet. Oh, no, I did. I signed Tom up. That's right.
Oh, it's
And
so close.
What is
Let
it
me
at
get-
now?
Well, I was gonna shoot. I gotta share a different screen. Hold on, I had a different thing pulled up.
Porn. Porn.
Well, yeah, of course, porn. All right, there we go. It is at 195. I mean, it's close to the 200 that they've been wanting. So I mean, like, there's that.
Does 200 do anything? Like, that's like
I mean, I don't think so. At this point, like, honestly, like, we haven't heard like an ounce of movement in the right way that we're supposed to. So I mean, I don't, or that they're hoping for, rather. So I mean, not that they would tell us anything because we're just fans, but like, I feel like you'd have like some sort of rumbling or something happening that you'd be like, oh, it's mattering. They're looking, they're paying attention or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we won't find anything out until they're like, we signed a deal. Everything's good. Who knows?
I mean, again, I would love that very much. As much as obviously Tom's a total dick and Joe's an asshole, I'm a fair person and I just want this show to flourish. And I mean that. But also, it doesn't look likely, unfortunately.
Yeah, so, I mean, every day that passes, it's just like one, it's just one more shovel full of dirt on the grave. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like the longer time passes, the more likely it's going to be. It just feels like every day that passes, you're like, and we get closer to death.
I feel awful every time I think.
Maybe that's pessimistic. I don't know. Is that pessimistic or
no? I think that's realistic. As Uncle Frank said, "You be the optimist. I'll be the realist." Or
yeah.
What's he say? It's like I'll be pessimistic. I forget what Uncle Frank says. It's when they're walking out the door trying to get there in the first one.
I think we've seen these before. I don't know. I think we've seen these before.
Ahorro tempo.
I know there was one post I saw from some fans that like literally dressed in costume and like went outside either Sony's studios or maybe Amazon, but like they stood near one of the billboards and sang The Hills of Tanchico. And I was like, that's some fucking dedication, dude. Like that is some hardcore.
That's
like
delightful.
I want this show back on the air.
It's I don't know if that's a successful tact, but I
mean, it's the idea, I guess, or the hope would be like, let's go viral with a video on social media and they'll like pay more attention or something. But I don't know. Maybe it'll work.
Well, so this is
Trash dumpster is a little harsh. Clearly graduated to at least separating between garbage and recyclables. Don't disagree.
I do apologize, fans. I do apologize.
Imogen just canceled a bunch of free shit up here in Canada, so that's not good. I signed the petition, but it wasn't about to throw away more of my time to let alone any money supporting it. I was never actually thinking it would work, and it seems like that is the fact of the matter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
Glenn clarified. I think it was actually 2 small choirs they hired to do that. Oh, okay. Well, they were in costume, so I don't know. I thought it was some fans, but I mean, who knows? That's what I gathered when the footage was played. Oh, okay. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking if choir singing fans, or we're also fans, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't be shocking.
If you remember in season 3, The Road to the Spear, also done better in Robert Jordan's cover of where the Aiel started just singing to the Mad Eyes to Die while people ran away. So that's a very good.
I thought it was when Rand was in the choir and then he held up the 2 candlesticks to Matt Coffin's ears and illuminated them, made fun of him in front of the whole school. And then, he got real embarrassed.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. He started it.
Finn said, I'll be honest, the effort would probably go better targeting Apple, not Amazon at this point. I mean, I know people are like really have fingers crossed for Apple or some other streaming, and that's the most like likely, quote unquote, streaming service to pick it up because they don't currently have a very fantasy heavy roster, I guess, but of shows. But the most likely thing always for me was like that Amazon would reverse the decision and like go back to the negotiating tables the same way that like Sony does with Spider-Man and the MCU and Disney all the time. You know, they're like, we want more money, and Disney's like, oh, how about no more Spider-Man movies? And then Sony's like, all right, we'll do it. You know what I mean? So it's like I always thought it was gonna be something like that, where Amazon was like, you know, we're going to give you less money this go around because things will cost more. And then Sony was like, fuck you. And then Sony would be like, okay, never mind. You know,
we're 2-3 weeks later.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes on, the more it seems very definite. I get the fact that, like, to a certain extent, like, you know, if there's no show, there's no money for Sony. That's not great, to put it mildly. But at the same time, if there's no show, Amazon's not burning cash, because that's the issue for them, is that this was an expensive endeavor. So, like, they've got to renegotiate differently. Again, supposedly. I don't really feel bad for Amazon burning cash, considering that they are made of money. But, you know, but that's, in essence, that's the business decision going on there. So I
literally,
get it.
The building's made of money. Like, they make the bricks out of money. Because it's cheaper, because they have so much of it, it's cheaper to just glue stacks of money together than to buy brick.
And also, you don't want to go to the bank.
Interesting fact. I mean, I don't know if everyone knew that. Also, there's always money in the banana stand.
It's burned it down. That's not
There's
good.
too much BS at Amazon, unfortunately, and certain people in charge that were against Watt in the first place, and all ROP.
That's Robin Van Persie's other name.
Yeah.
And that's a weird hill to die on. You know what? If you're a if you're a Tolkien fan, all right, cool, good for you.
You know what? If you're
yep,
I got it.
But if you're a Tolkien fan over Robert Jordan, fine. I'm not upset with that. But you're taking one of them as source material, and the other one is a jerk off onto a page, which unfortunately, then that's what the Wheel of Time kind of became, is a jerk off on a page as well. And that it's really not 100% true to the source material. Again, you are coming in a little hot, Joe. You're a bit of a total dick today.
Am I?
Yeah.
My bad.
Maybe you should watch your neighbor's houses burn.
I don't think I should, maybe.
Yeah.
The house did burn down in our neighborhood relatively recently. Did you see that when you came over, Jenna? In the front of the neighborhood on the way in. Well, they're rebuilding it.
Oh.
If you're coming in, the entrance, I assume you're coming in, it's on the right.
Yep. So the back door. Okay. On the right,
it's the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Rings of Power is part of the problem at all. Wheel of Time and Rings of Power were not competing. I mean, they weren't competing directly, I guess. But I mean, they were competing for Amazon dollars.
They were competing for Amazon dollars. And I think that there's also kind of a, like, you know, we don't really need two of these things taking all the money. So if, you know, someone's got the higher ratings, they may kind of go that way.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I haven't finished Rings of Power season 2. Like, Shanda and I keep waiting.
I haven't even started
waiting. It's not that it's bad. It's just that
I honestly forgot it was there for me to watch. To be honest.
It's just fucking weird.
Not in a bad way. I was just focused on Wheel of Time, and then I got, you know, I just like, you know, I just was busy with other stuff, and then it kind of fell by the wayside, and then, you know. The way streaming works is just like so much content comes up, and you're just like, oh, that show, pretty new show, you know, or whatever.
Oh, and have you considered rewatching the show you liked a lot? Oh, I have. That's a good idea.
I have,
yeah. Hi, Taffy.
Gnome City never finished season 2. Oh, hey, Beach.
Taffy,
I mean, muted, I'll eventually watch it. I actually like Rings of Power a lot more than most people did, because I didn't care about the story or what they were messing up. So I was just like kind of having fun with it. So I'll probably watch it and then maybe enjoy it. I don't know.
It's just it's more frustrating to watch, really, to some degree. Like watching like this inevitable fall into darkness for a couple different societies. It's just kind of like it's I don't know the right term. It's kind of sloppy writing. Like, it's clear that you're good characters that have always been good characters. Either that we're saying that everyone gets to be influenced by the ring because marriage is a sham. Please help me out of mine. Or like something like, it's just very like, I don't know, coincidental writing that everything goes badly. And it just kind of frustrates to watch sometimes.
Noam said I could turn off the changes, but it just wasn't all that interesting. I mean, I get that. I kind of liked the first. Maybe I wouldn't like the second season then, I know. I mean, half the reason I was enjoying the first season because you didn't know which one was Sauron or Gandalf. And I was like, interesting.
They watched season 1 all the time. They're like, ooh, which one?
Yeah, no.
That's an interesting idea.
Which one's the dragon? Which one's Gandalf? The one that's hanging out with the little people and a little unhinged, or the clearly evil dude? I don't know. I still did like watching that unfold, even though
I enjoy it. I just haven't finished it. It's like what is it with a woman when they have it can't be an orgasm. That's not the right term.
Well, if you have the influence of a ring, you can make it last longer. Kind of.
Oh, the cock rings of power is what we call it in my house. I'm not even kidding. But we use the whole cup that goes down below the testicles. Really keeps that blood in the right flow.
Whoa! All right.
Yeah. Taffy knows what I'm talking about, right, Taffy?
Can you guys see me or hear me at all?
Can you all see me? Can you all hear me?
The answer is yes to both questions.
Okay, because I can't even I don't know. I don't want to just be like a frozen blob on the screen and still interacting.
Everything looks great.
You look clear.
Okay. Yep. I can't even. It says the test can't be completed due to a problem with the network, and so it looks like my speed test. Like I can't even run. Like the network isn't even connecting to it. So I don't even know how.
Everybody's missing you. 5 out of 5, Taffy.
Hi, you guys. I'm so sorry about all the drama.
Dr. Ema.
Yesterday, I worked someone had left a cock ring in the restroom.
Nova Garden, I need you to tell me where. Like, is this an office? Is this a park? Like, where?
Yeah. What kind of work? What kind of work?
Yeah.
I need a little. You don't have to say where you work specifically, but a little more context of what this bathroom.
I still laugh when I see pubes at the urinal, let alone a fucking cock.
Like if you're a park ranger, then it's not that bad.
Totally not.
Grocery store.
Jesus.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I know what I'm doing.
But that limit, so it's not an office building though, so it's like it's 99% possible that it's not someone you work with.
Yeah.
Like if you were like, I work in an office building with 30 people, I'm like, oh shit, the list of suspects is very small.
But I don't know. I mean, like, do you wear a cock ring when you go grocery shopping, or is that a cock ring when you?
Who doesn't?
I mean,
doesn't everybody?
If you have a pineapple upside down in your car, maybe you've got a cock ring on it. That's all.
The fact that that's come up, like I did not know that was a thing. Apparently, by the way, keeping pineapples upside down is a good way to keep it like hydrated and like north, like up and down. Like so you switch them out like that. And we had people over one time and the pineapple was upside down to hydrate the pineapple because we were having a fucking rum party. And the amount of questions that was going on about the upside down pineapple.
I mean, you gotta know your cues, Jono. You gotta know your sexual cues.
Yeah. So
especially in a group setting.
Very much. Does anyone here want to fuck? Rum party?
Better the restroom rather than a bin of watermelons.
Ooh. That's true.
Yeah. All right. This is getting disgusting, though. Finding used condoms in the parking lot, but apparently grocery stores are just that hot.
They are. I agree.
Gotta go do some shopping now.
I mean, a lot of people cruise into a grocery store.
I don't know how much time you want to waste before we talk about the show. But you want to hear my favorite grocery store guy? Doesn't wear a cock ring, as far as I know. But his name is Foster's Oil Can. There's one guy every fucking Thursday. I've seen him twice, and I've seen his work now. Like every time I go to the grocery store, there's one dude. He's an older white guy, probably like in his 60s. Doesn't look like his love is his life. I was on the phone one time and I watched this dude just like walk out of the parking lot, and get in his car with his groceries, and then just grab a Foster's oil can, the 24 fucking ounce Foster's, chug the motherfucker, toss it out his window and leave. And like I saw that and I was like, God damn, he's had a terrible day. Since then, I've A, seen him more than once, and B, there's one in the parking lot every fucking week. It's a different
That sounds like a
spot.
man whose wife doesn't let him drink anymore, and he's just cramming in some Fosters between work and
It's Joe.
home.
But like that guy, I would say hero. I don't condone littering, by the way, but he looks like it's an angry drink. Like
Recycle the can.
Yeah. Also, just do that if you feel like you need to drink.
You can't.
In the parking lot. What the fuck?
You can't. He obviously can't. There's obviously something fucked up going on.
But if 24 ounces is not going to do it, man, he's drinking somewhere else.
Sure. Maybe that's what gets his evening started, and then he takes the vodka bottle out of the back of the toilet when his wife goes to sleep and chugs that. We don't know, Jono. It could be all kinds of reasons.
Anyway, Foster's oil can. That guy, my man. Yeah,
congratulations. Your life is fucked.
Kind of.
So what are they doing now, Jono?
Yay!
You ask.
Yeah.
Do you know who we're doing this week? I've added a few names were batted over towards me, and I was like, "That's a good one. That's a good one." But they were all season 3s, or they were still in season 3 at least.
Sorry about that.
And I wanted to focus on somebody that's had some time to do something. So we're doing old Renna. This is what her bio says is known for. Okay, that's literally the beginning and end of her bio.
Havoc, Fallout, and the Wheel of Time.
By her, I mean his.
So she was in Fallout. Okay,
it's a he they. By the way,
oh, that's
just
right.
To clarify.
Yeah, this is the man that stole a woman's role.
This is the man that stole a woman's job. But I don't know, Renna.
He did a great job, and he was great. But I'm pretty sure,
that he did a phenomenal
that men aren't supposed to be able to link with Sidin.
Yeah,
I mean Sidar.
There's so much going on. I feel 100% unqualified.
That guy just sounds Canadian.
Yeah.
Also, can you do me?
You guys have bottle deposits down there? No, bottle deposits.
Oh,
that's like an old timey American thing. I mean, it's definitely a thing. I remember that being a thing, but not since.
I remember being young.
Not since the age-old time of the 80s.
Do you mean like at a store or like a recycling center? Because there's a place right near us that people take recycling.
Well, yeah, you can get money for
all the
recycling
time.
Still, depending on like where you're taking it or whatever. But
but
actually, like handing the bottle back to like a bartender or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I do remember that. I used to think that
you'd get like a nickel back, like if you like responsibly gave the bottle back, you'd get like 5 cents or something.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm not sure that's a responsible man, considering.
Well, I'm not talking about just beer. I'm just like anything. You'd be like Coke or whatever.
No, I remember that.
I really like when people were theorizing that Jones was going to play Gallup. Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
That's right. I remember that.
Was
we get 10 cents a bottle up here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good recycling.
It's
Again,
10 cents with inflation to be like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on what we're talking about.
Are they Canadian flexing on us? Yes, we know everything's better there.
Yeah. Zalia Mendez Jones. Anyway, Renna was great. I loved him as Renna. I don't know. Did they go by he them back when they were Renna, or was that like a more recent development?
He's like, I'm gonna go buy a girl now. I'm gonna get this chick's job, and then he's like, no, I just now decided that I'm a man. I just now decided after I played a woman's role, took a woman's job.
It's he, they, and then I read like their Wikipedia said something along the lines of, I wrote it down. Yeah. All right, here.
What is this? The days of Shakespeare? And
Mendez Jones had been very vocal, quote, very vocal about his preference of he/they pronouns, and referred to himself as a trans guy in his Instagram bio earlier in that year of 2024. That is. So that was post Wheel of Time.
Post what?
2024.
All right.
Wrong term to use now. Post what feels,
Post twat. Anyway, this is what old Rena's been up to. He played Dane in Fallout. I don't know if you guys watched Fallout.
I did. I don't remember Dane in Fallout though. I did watch
He
it
was
sober, too.
the best friend, kind of like confidant of the main dude in that big armor suit. He was one of those. I barely know. I did watch the show, but I barely know
that
the
was
games.
Dane.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then the one that like cut their foot open
Yeah,
or whatever, and they couldn't be like on the mission or something like that.
yeah.
So they were in
Got it.
2 episodes of that, but apparently they're going to be in 3 more in the next season of that show, which I guess is coming out relatively soon this
Yeah.
year,
Okay.
or maybe next year. At any rate, yeah, in Fallout.
I'll tell you what, Walton Goggins is having a hell of a fucking year. I think that.
I mean, he crushes everything he's in. I've never seen him do a bad job.
Yeah.
I don't like his commercials these days, though. They're not very
Commercial.
interesting.
Oh yes, Zelia was he at the time season 2 came out. Yeah, when it came out, maybe. But amazing.
Fucking
to have
men.
him.
Oh, hi. Hi, Ryan.
Max's best friend. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so they were in I did not see this movie, but I kind of want to check it out. But this is a 2024. It just came out in April. It's a Netflix movie called Havoc, and they played Johnny. So
The bruised detective must find.
Hey, that's a
Wait,
good billing.
Ron
Those are all
Wood.
good actors.
Yeah. I mean, Forrest Whitaker, Timmy Oliphant, they're all
Yeah.
looking good.
Jesse Melee.
He was pretty high up in the casting list, but IMDb is kind of like all over the place sometimes, and like
Mhm.
Forrest Whitaker and Timothy Oliphant were below him, so I can't imagine that they have more screen time than them. But like, who knows? Maybe they do. I haven't seen the movie. Anyway, they
You know
did
what
that
IMDb stands for? Into butt.
in the butt.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. That's it. In the
Okay. So you guys will let me know if all of a sudden, like, I turn into
butt.
a
You just
ghost
go
or
like
something.
digital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because I
Of
can't
course.
track it, and I want to
That's crazy.
relax a little bit and start talking to you guys instead of wondering
Oh,
if I'm
you need to
gonna
You
relax.
should relax a
Squeezing
little
on a
bit.
weird
Stop worrying
face.
about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried the cock ring in the bathroom at the grocery store?
I actually have. I was wondering why that was unusual for people because it seems pretty, it's pretty common around here.
I don't know if you guys are Tom Jones fans, but if you remember, like the 6th line of "It's Not Unusual" is to wear a cock ring at the grocery store.
It's not unusual to wear a cock ring at the store.
That's the next line is when I see you out and about. It's not a shame at all. Uh,
That's amazing.
The last thing, one of the big things they were in, they start against Game of Thrones. What's her name? Maisie?
Maisie Williams, yeah.
Oh,
Maisie
okay.
Williams, that's it. In a music video. I was
Okay.
going to play it, but I'm going to mute it because I don't want to get hit.
Oh, okay. What band is it?
Let me see if I can play it and then we can watch. It's Romy. Oh, there we go.
Who the fuck is
Let me
Romy?
hit play. Who the fuck is Romy?
You know what
At any rate.
Maisie Williams' middle name is?
There they are right there in the white tank top. I mean, Maisie Williams is in here. At any rate, so this is the big piece of her IMDb.
IMDb?
Yeah.
So there's Maisie.
There's Rena. It's basically a love story song about them getting together, and how intricacies of love. Guys?
Okay. Any cock
Anyway,
rings?
we don't have to watch too long. I didn't want to I don't want to get copyright striked, so I just left the video on. But so it's pretty
Copyright
boring
strike.
when it's just the visuals of the video. But at any rate,
It
they
is
were in this
called a-
video.
It looks pretty good. It's probably a good director.
They're the
It's like-
main 2 characters in the video,
Uh-huh.
so it was relevant.
That's exciting.
That's what are they doing now?
It's very exciting.
Well done, Joe.
Good job, Yoey.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. What are they doing now, Rena?
So what's today's What's today's show thing?
Today's topic?
Today's topic?
Show topic?
Indeed.
Did you guys check
Sorry.
into Save Watt yet?
Video's still playing in the background, and it's hilarious looking. Sorry. Wait, we missed it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, we did check in with Save Watt. They're almost at 195, or it is at 195 rather. Sorry.
Okay.
What is it? Asymptotic? Is it the asymptote is 200,000 and we'll never fucking touch
I guess
it?
the idea is over 200,000 they'll take it seriously, and I'm just it's not.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen?
Well, the 4,000 people watching here, you guys are the fucking difference today.
Yes.
4,800, whatever the fuck. Oh, but anyway, so today's topic, Jode, if you have that ready with your graphics and your
I
sexual
do.
prowess.
Twat 69, Jono. You love or hate Padan Fain, Lan, and Elaida. Three, I wouldn't call them controversial, but characters that are certainly interesting to talk about in terms of the show versus the books versus when you like them, when you stopped liking them, if you liked them at all. I don't know.
I love this. As you guys know, I have a small maturity issue, small penis too. I love the
Both
title.
those things are true. Yeah.
Whoever came up with it must be fucking brilliant.
What, Twat 69?
Twat 69. But it's a very provocative in a very fun way. Also,
Provocative.
terrible name really because it really kind of belies the point. But I love this. Wherever you want to fucking start, I'm all for 3. Also,
Okay.
I may be half drunk already.
Good job.
Not easy to do when your neighbor's house burns down. Good job.
Well, I went out for beers after the gym with AJ, and then
beer after the gym. That's good.
Yeah, so dehydrated, and
We need to leave 200,000 rings printed with Save Twat in grocery stores around the world.
that'll do it.
Fucking beach. That's a great idea. All right, I'll start around the corner. You
I
guys
mean,
do-
goddamn.
Can I
guess
just
what's
write a
around the corner for
Sharpie?
me?
I have a vast collection.
I think it's
so-
more that Shadow and
You're right
Bone
with
campaign
the-
reached around 203. Oh, yeah. So Shadow and Bone came back and they were okay.
Oh, they
Wow,
did.
so Shadow and Bone had more.
Fane doesn't matter, never did. Lan was happier. Elaida gained.
Wait a minute.
All right, well, that's it for this podcast. If you have any comments,
Wait, did
questions,
Shadow
call
and Bone,
Fane.
didn't they come back?
I don't know. Did they?
I don't know things. Anyway,
I think they
yeah.
did.
Padan Fain, Elaida, who do you want to talk about first, guys?
I defer to the female audience.
Padan
up.
Fain.
Padan Fain!
God, his
Look at
teeth
him.
are incredible.
Yeah, they're great.
I mean, all right. Well, I didn't grab any pictures from season 1, but season 1 Padan Fain. I mean, aside from episode 8, where everything was fucking thrown on its head and sucked, I loved Padan Fain in season 1. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very scary looking individual. I mean, like, I could buy it. I guess I wanted
perfect.
more like Hound of the Dark One, a little more Gollum
There.
in there.
Yeah.
Fair.
But like nothing crazy. I wouldn't have wanted it to be, I don't know, too insane.
It's an interesting line of like how insane should he be, considering that he kind of flips back and forth. Regardless, like I adore the actor. I think he's fucking fantastic. I think that he like took this weird role, and let's be honest, like that's a weird role for season 1, right? And
Yeah.
took it in a pretty cool direction. He's got his own theme whistle, which is both very fun. And
I mean,
also,
signature calling card of a character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
like he's fucking awesome. I'd be actually very interested of the many weird rights they did in this show. I would have been very interested to see what they wanted to do with him, considering the just like wet. I don't know the right term. That wasn't going to be.
They were
right.
definitely building him up to be more than, or at least equivalent to the books, while though not in the right scene. Like he was in the
So,
Dark
hold on,
Prince
though.
Social in season 2.
Hold on.
shouldn't have been
hold on.
there, but
I have a great insult to several people. Part of the
Mhm.
69 here actually echoes the books, which is this bullshit ending that he gets in season 3 echoes exactly what Brandon Sanderson gave us in book 14. So maybe there is no like you know what? They fucking perfectly encapsulated his ending. Because his ending fucking sucked in both the book and the show. But you were actually going to say
Gollum was
something
probably why they
about it.
skewed away from that. I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely a Gollum-like character.
Mhm.
But like, it's a very different story, right? Gollum is foundational and at the same time, kind of what ends it. Whereas
I
Fain
just would
was
have loved to
really very
see a
little.
little bit more Rand and Matt on the road and a little bit more crazy Fain like chasing after him. And a little
Yeah.
bit more like Fain instead of Dark Friend Social Fain, I would rather have seen Fain locked up at Faldara and being like, "What? I'm crazy." And all the blood and like, man, book 2 Fain is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like-
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
We got hints of that, and that's why like season 1, I'm like, oh, I love the casting, I love the guy, like he's great, he's crushing it, and then it just went like right off
Yeah.
a cliff for me. And like most of it's like, I mean, shit I've complained about before. Like they don't know what the dagger is, they don't handle it. Like he stabs Loyal to death, and Loyal's fine the next season. They don't even mention it. It's not even a line of dialogue. Like that's insane.
Why would they?
And then later, I don't know. There's just a lot of, Padan
does
Fain is
feel
a
like-
roller coaster ride for me rather than a true twat 69. It's like, yeah, he's awesome, and also he did a great job in everything they handed it to him. It was just the story was all
until
over
the
place.
end. Until the end. But again, maybe that's not really the point here is like character I love and then also character I hate, right? Is it really in this case like the character like when we're gonna get to another character here in a minute, who may or may not be a warder, and all of a sudden I'm like, we'll talk about that. But like I don't know if Fain really went through the same like love hate kind of thing, more like just love like disappointment. The opposite of passion is apathy. Apathy. But it's just very strange writing all the way through, especially for people who thought they'd have another season. Spoiler on that one. It just, I don't know.
Cross your fingers, Jono. It might
And
happen.
open your legs.
Almost
Joey.
200,000. Yeah, uncross
I
your
mean,
legs.
honestly, you never know. I mean, literally, it could get picked up by Apple TV. I mean, something could happen,
Yeah. And we're going to keep talking about it until it does.
Yes.
Guess what? You're going to hear for us for the next 30 years.
I mean, whether it happens or what if we never cover the books ever again?
It's just this bullshit.
Let's talk about
It's
the
just-
show for eternity. Tom would be very happy.
Yeah. Tom's not actually sick. Tom saw what our plan was for this week and he said, fuck this, I'm out.
I wanted some dagger Fain. They showed the dagger in season 3 poster and did nothing with it. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm getting angry.
Yeah. Where is that dagger, by the way? We don't know.
So there is a stick with something mounted on it.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not right.
Matt just left it propped up against a corner when he was done.
Wait.
Just leave this here, right? Anywhere here?
Maybe
That's good?
maybe that one chick that took the horn took the dagger too.
Oh, wait, did she?
She took the horn. She's all, and then she
Wait,
took
no,
the
he
dagger.
was still using it in that scene. He still used it in that scene.
Wait, who took the
Oh,
horn?
that's right. That's right. At the end, though. At the end. No, because he took it up to the rooftop.
Shouting out,
Yeah.
Baby, I'm ready to go.
They
Yeah.
left it up. They left it up.
Oh,
on the
that's yeah. Some guy's just sweeping up. Oh, what's
roof.
That's the water jug.
Oh, he tries to bite the ruby out of the hill.
just some palace servant. Just, huh. What do we got here? Pure evil? Oh, interesting.
So
Now the imagine our shits
Nothing.
later when I've tucked this behind my belt.
that's why we missed last week. Joe had the ruby in his ass.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. Everything about the prop department was just bizarre. We should find out who that is, because like the costume department, 10 out of fucking 10. They're incredible. We
Yeah.
should find out who was in charge of the props and like find out what the fuck happened there. Like, was that also someone?
I mean,
Rafe
what they made
fucking?
was
Like-
cool.
like,
I
what
think they just
happened?
tried too hard to like separate it from the books, maybe, or like,
And that makes
it's
like,
its
why
own
wouldn't you?
thing. And you're like, don't do that. Just make.
I mean, why wouldn't you separate it from the books that got you here, that was written and all that?
Yeah,
Like,
of
that
course.
makes sense, right? We haven't made this
Yeah.
joke at all, hence why I'm doing it for the first time. This is very avant-garde
Mhm.
stuff
I'm
to
really
make fun
yeah.
of. Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard you say anything like this before. It's pretty crazy.
Not once.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've reinvented myself a lot in my 40 years of life.
Yeah,
and
you
that's a
really have.
disappointingly old age,
You're like a whole new person.
filled with fantastic points of view.
Yeah, it's inspiring. I can't believe it.
Pure evil's in the microwave. I
What's that
feel
from?
like
Is
I
that
know.
Gremlins?
I feel like I know what it's.
Oh right, yeah.
Is that Gremlins?
No, I
It's
don't
not
think it's
right.
Gremlins.
No.
I have a
How
guess.
was- No, my God. Oh, we're
No,
supposed-
you put.
anybody else
No,
guess?
don't. I want to see if I'm right. No, put what pure evil is in the microwave from.
Well, then
Yeah, I'm
say it first,
watching-
dickhead. You have to say
Oh,
it.
Time
okay,
Bandits.
all right.
No, I was
haven't
wrong.
seen that for a while.
No, time.
I was guessing that Idle Hands movie. Do you remember they cut off the and put it in the microwave?
No.
Anyway, don't worry about it. It's a bad movie. Time Bandits is a fantastic movie.
Is that the third
yeah,
version?
anyway.
Is that Home Alone 3? We have Wet, Sticky, Time.
Yeah. Time Bandits is it's when they get a hold of a DeLorean and they go back to the house to rob it again. It's funny because they're interacting not with themselves, but they're hiding from themselves throughout all the traps.
Wait,
Holy
did
shit,
you
I would
guys-
watch the fuck out of that.
Did you see the new season of Fargo?
Yeah,
which
wait,
one?
Yes,
Wait,
Okay.
I guess in like season.
It's 5.
like
I
with
guess.
John Hamm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Jonna would like it because it's got a little bit of Home Alone.
It does have traps. Yeah, we actually
It
discussed
does.
that.
Oh my
Okay.
god, it does.
We
Forgot
talked
about
about this. We
Breaking
talked about
in,
it.
it's the two guys.
Yeah, there's
really
traps
crappy.
everywhere. There's snow.
There's a
We
guy from
talked
Stranger
about
Things.
this.
He gets fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
great.
awesome. That girl is so rad.
I saw Beach is on my side. Idle Hands was my first. See, I'm not crazy. Me, or rather, just me and Beach are crazy.
There's multiple references it could be linked to.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just the first thing that I thought of about something evil being in a microwave. Anyway, Padan Fain says a lot of season 2 with Ishmael. There's the Dark Run Social, which we kind of touched on. And then he's just hanging out in Falm, like kind of not being ineffectual, not really doing anything. Like he's not there doing his like evil, like bleeding into the Shan Chan kind of thing that he was doing in the books. He's just there.
He's just
And I don't
It's
like
like-
like
isn't
Ishmael
there a
being there
sign
really like overpowers him being there to me. You know, it just
They,
like
they
belittles-
assigned him to Matt to watch over Matt and make sure Matt.
Yeah.
They want Matt to flip. He wants to help Matt to flip. I guess.
But it's such a weird thing. Like they changed like this, like the interactions of like main character, main foil, main character, main foil. Like or not
Mhm.
main character, but like A to B, or A to A, B to B, C to C. They just like turned things around.
Mhm.
And again, I get you're doing like you're trying to rewrite, make translations, that kind of thing. But it does feel just different in some ways. That's not what we're looking for. And that's kind of frustrating. Also, I'm going to interrupt the entire topic.
Go ahead.
January 11th, 2024, 9:02 p.m. Watch the new season of Fargo. It's a fucking Home Alone show. That's me. Tom, it really is. Joe, it's really good. January 12th, 6:27, Wheel of Time Christmas cover band, Carlton Man4 Steamroller.
Hey,
Carlton
Figured that make-
Mannheim Steamroller.
Maybe that's what it should have been.
You got- fuck, our,
Anyway,
our
this-
text
this-
thread
this-
is legendary. If someone ever, I mean,
That's a burn after reading thread.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Anyway, I apologize.
If our audience could be a fly on the wall, our text thread, there's some unhinged sitting there. Mostly from Johnny.
That could be a segment. You guys can
what
do
makes
it.
him give
Text thread
the
segment.
ruby dagger to Matt, which I don't understand. Sorry, Taffy, what were you saying?
Nothing.
Oh, it's a
Who
new
gave the ruby
segment.
dagger to Matt? Yeah.
I mean, Ishmael
you want.
basically makes Padan Fain give it to him so he can like tempt Matt.
You're right. Because
Which
he thinks
I
after
guess is the
his
plan?
ayahuasca drug trip, he'll
Yeah.
be more amenable to it.
Yes, I'd forgotten about the fucking drug trip, but yeah, he's losing his fucking mind
I
there on
actually
that
love that.
mattress in the palace. Like they can do some cool shit. Like they're like why they do what the fuck they do versus things like that were legitimately interesting and like what you have as a visual medium that's different than a book. And then they just like take a shit on it. Like it's very strange. It's very strange. I one day I want like the real like
him
behind
having the
dumb
dagger
shit.
and not having it locked in the case with the horn the entire time presents a problem in and of itself. You know, like why does he have it? What's his motivation to like half of? I feel like half the reason he's like, I'm gonna bring this horn to somebody that can unlock it is so he could get the goddamn dagger back.
Yeah,
you know?
that's not half. That's like fully the thing. Like that's all that matters to him most of the time in the books. And then you've got this weird like, it's not like I don't know the right term. It's not a damn.
I know we made the Gollum
like
reference, but like him handing over that dagger is like Gollum just being like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Here you go, Ishmael. You know what I mean? You're like,
it's
what
just
the
like
fuck?
that.
It's insane. I don't know. Like that whole bit, I just didn't buy. Again, dagger mishandled because like the gravity of like what he has tucked into his belt is not really explained or done well, you know?
An interesting question. Well, an interesting question for the audience. Did you guys ever see the Norm Macdonald Chef Hat Killer?
No.
No.
The answer is, of course, it's. I'm asking people. I can't read their thing.
Do I want to? Do I want to see everything Norm Macdonald's ever done? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have I yet? No.
The crux is Norm Macdonald is the guy who drew the what the fuck's it called? The Unabomber, right? And ends up, if you remember, the Unabomber looked nothing like the fucking picture. And so Norm Macdonald's the sketch artist, and his point is like, well, I'm actually completely unable to draw eyes or hair, so I just put a hat and glasses on him. And so all of his work just has hat and glasses, and no one's ever been caught. That's really kind of how I feel about the prop department. They don't know how to fucking make horns or knives, so they just made bullshit. Also, watch that.
I mean, I didn't mind enough. Like,
okay, you got it, Jono.
Jono. The Finn said we didn't hear even a single whistle until in season 3 until Taffy's favorite episode.
Oh.
Don't bring
You
it
know,
up.
Finn's also said something else too for Jono.
Of course, I'm Canadian.
No.
Oh, not enough clips, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's fucking true. That
I mean, it's a huge fault. I think they might have been planning for his devolution to come later. I mean, I agree.
Maybe, but like,
but here's my problem with that.
They gave him a very logical, terribly stupid exit from like season 3.
And John kind of mentioned it already, but like, yeah, the end of season 3, it was like he's not obsessed. He literally just goes, I don't even care that I'm here. None of this matters to me. Talking about the two rivers. Like, it's like the most antithetical like thing he could have said from Fain from the books. Like, I was just like, what? He doesn't care. I was mind blown. It made no sense to me. I was just anyway. But
so definitely a big
and that's the part where I like
Fain.
again. I really liked Fain, and then I like didn't like, and then I was like, oh yeah, like, oh my God. And then it just
sounds like a twat 69, does it not?
It really does.
It
Yeah,
does
for
sound like
sure.
69.
Classic.
Yeah. Also, with those
like him being in
big
charge of these
dappers, too.
fucking Trollocs and shit was awesome. You know these guys. That was fun. Like him taking over the White Club was super fun. But like not weird, I guess. But like
That
or like
Trolloc is
not.
hot.
Oh my god! You see those abs? I
Hell
know it's
yeah.
shadowy, but holy shit!
Yeah, for
How
sure.
hairy do you think his dick?
And I've seen Otto Bennington. He
Super
is a
hairy.
hairy motherfucker.
Like you could shoot a whole load between those fucking teeth. Like they're not stopping a damn thing.
An Andrel gateway disappears.
That's how I look at people's teeth. By the way, is just could I?
How much cum can I shoot between the teeth?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I can't wait to go to England. Shitty
They still have
teeth,
bad teeth. Is that a
motherfuckers.
thing? Is bad teeth
I
in
have
England
some
still?
powers
I
in
have a gap, but it's not as
1996.
big
Gotta be.
anymore.
By the way, if you want a shitty, like a good Irish whiskey,
Is it filled in?
cheap and decent, Kilbeggan, the
Kilbeggan.
best cheap Irish whiskey.
Kilbeggan.
I like it. I
Fucking
like
delicious.
that.
Yeah,
Where is it from? County
Ireland.
Cork.
it says Chicago, Illinois.
Mm,
Oh, it's very Irish then. All right.
I
yeah.
know. I'm kidding. That's the import. It's product of Ireland.
It's from Kilkenny.
Let's see. It doesn't actually say where it's from, or I just don't know how
What
to read.
the fuck?
Could be
I'm
that.
supposed to just believe it's Irish?
It does say product of
Bullshit.
Ireland, so that's a good start.
So how's it going with like the new
The
format
newt.
for what's it called? StreamYard. Are you
Annoying.
able to- Yeah,
Very
is
annoying.
it? Do you want to tell us
Yeah.
about it? Because we care.
Do you want me to tell you about it?
Yeah,
John
it must
doesn't
be
know
very-
this.
No, he doesn't know this yet.
Yeah, first of all, on the right side of the screen is a giant list of every video or everything that I've uploaded to like put up for the show. Like there's these pictures, and then there's the videos. Like let's find one like this. Well, that for instance, that's a video, even though it's
That's
silent.
helpful.
I mean,
So,
it's been pretty seamless.
Here's
so
the
far,
thing:
so-
when I upload a billion videos, like I do, as little 5-second clips, like of Elaida and Padan Fain,
Clitoris.
for instance, I can arrange them because they're in a single column, and I can just go like, oh, I need this one here, and this one here, and this one here, and I arrange them all in a certain particular order.
Uh-huh.
They've attempted to make it easier, so now there's 3 across instead of one single column,
Uh-huh.
and no one cares about this but me.
No, I do.
But the problem is when I upload all the videos, they process at different speeds, and then they're not uploaded in order. So I'm very used to having to arrange my visual references after the fact, and it won't let me do it. So basically, they're all over the place, and I'm having to constantly scroll up and down and be like, "Where's the Padan Fain video that I have next?"
That
That's
makes
it.
no
It's
sense.
very
It's so
frustrating.
weird.
Yeah,
It sounds super frustrating. I mean, because
super annoying.
I haven't noticed any. Like, you're still pretty like fluid with like the whole.
It's because I'm jumping
Popping
around.
up stuff. Oh, okay.
There's
well,
fluid
you're doing a
everywhere
good
with
job.
Joe.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
I
fluid
guess, yeah.
fucking everywhere. All right, so Padan Fain, how do we get?
How
do we-
big's that
what-
gap in your teeth? Asking for my penis. Anyway, you were saying?
I don't know. What are your Taffy? What are your Padan Fain thoughts? You've been relatively catching up in
What?
Concord.
It was down and up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It was
How I
6
like
and
my
9 and
men.
6 and 9. Yeah, just
Anything
like
that pulled any specific thing you want to talk about?
I think you guys pretty much covered everything. That whole thing at the end of him not saying he saying he didn't care at all.
Yeah,
That was like not him at all. I thought that was really stupid.
I just don't understand the point of it. Like, what was the point of that line of dialogue? Like, taking
Find out
away
more in
all of
season
his
4
motivation in
on,
a single line of dialogue seems really stupid to me.
Well, I guess his
You know?
only motivation is he just wants to break the wheel. And so he's
My
doing what he
motivation is
has-
I'm a dark friend, and I don't know what else is going on. Like, it's not
And
like
I've
we
had
had
my
time with
mind-
him like we did with like Leandrin, where you're like, oh, Padan Fain's fucked up because of his past,
But-
and this is why he's a dark friend, and blah blah blah, and like whatever. It was
Uh-huh.
just like he's just been pure dark friend the whole time. So to take away, granted, it was book motivation, and we never saw any of that, but like to take away the motivation that we all knew was there seemed very odd.
Mhm.
Like an
So
odd
you
move.
actually hit on a very good point that I don't like to acknowledge based on the fact that I don't like to compliment you, nor do I like to compliment the show.
Mhm,
Because
yeah.
fuck both
Mhm,
of you.
yeah.
But they did a wonderful job well, maybe like a very good job. In certain pieces, it felt a little over the top with Leandrin of like humanizing her and humanizing the Black Ajah. Because to some degree, I think
I don't want too much of that. I want it from some
that.
people like Leandrin.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Can I finish? Asking
Yeah,
for
of
myself. But
Can you finish in Padan
done
Fain's
a
teeth?
little less, have they done a little less with Leandrin and a little more with Padan Fain? So like kind of like you don't have to humanize Fain. That's the thing about Fain is like he had a reason for existence, and then he had his mind suctioned in like the weirdest fucking way that we've never seen anyone else. But it's explanatory. It makes sense in the story. If they had done something similar to that to kind of set him up as an even more fucked up character, sorry, I think about that Norm Macdonald skit again. But like, if they had taken some of that time from Leandrin and kind of done that, like that could have made Padan Fain such a more interesting character, other than like dark friend and then guy who walks away from a battle like a dick, like just completely useless pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had done anything similar to the books.
Why would they do that? Why
would they do that?
Why would you stick a rope in kerosene?
I don't know. You weren't aftershave? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the end, quote unquote, of Fain is really the most disappointing part in the books and in the show. And
Again,
they nailed it. It's just on the ground to get stabbed.
Stupid. Next, what we got next?
Next,
Great job, everybody. Great job. Great job, everybody.
Elaida.
Well, first off, she looks a little crumbly. It's not great for her.
She's crumbly.
Yeah.
Well, so this is an interesting pick because it's just from season 3. There's not like a whole lot to discuss here, other than
is she not in season
with
2
all in our recent minds.
Yeah.
I think overall, I loved the actor.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job.
Yeah. Good old Iranian.
But and she made me like Elaida, which is like impossible to do.
Yeah.
Also true. So terrible.
But then by the end, I mean, I don't know. Cut off Swan's head, like the whole thing. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
I don't think she was in charge of that.
No, that's true.
I think Alviarin was like running the show by then, right?
The ending of Swan.
You think so already?
She seemed to be kind of taking command in there.
That's interesting. All right, so I have 2 pictures from that. One is literally just her on the throne. Anyway, as a Miralyn, she looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, really, really did.
But this is the other moment. It does seem like Alviarin was kind of
it's
not in charge, but just like shadowy, like
it seems
you're
like
up
she
here
made
because
the
I
call
got
to
you
cut
up
her head
here.
off. I don't think that it didn't seem. At least I only watched that. I think I only watched that one once, but it didn't seem like Elaida was going to have her head cut off. She seemed almost surprised by it, but maybe I was wrong. Jono looks hot.
Yeah,
that's a nice. Oh, he's gone.
He said, "Am I fucking up?" in our text thread, and I said, "You're thoroughly frozen."
Oh,
everyone's having technical problems.
He's so lucky though. He looked so handsome in that freeze frame.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Jono.
I've been yelling.
You're back.
Anyway, I apologize for that. Where were we and what were you guys talking about so I can interrupt it?
Talking about Elaida.
Where were we? Makeup, can we get more crumbly? Oh, Wyatt Man said bracelet gate. Yeah, that was a thing.
That was a very cool
thing we can talk about.
That was a thing that was really cool though, is like how much work they put in her shit.
Yeah.
That to me like shows people who care. And that's what bothers that's one of the things that bothers me is like again, that costume department was working fucking overtime on things.
Right.
And there was notes on all this. There's like information out there. And I feel like they're being really cool to the audience to kind of show that. So you can kind of like, for those giant nerds, which in no way would we be one of them, or we'd be three of them, I guess.
No.
Can look to see what's going on there. And then again, like you have that juxtaposed against some of these just daft, terrible fucking things they do with the script is very strange.
It is. That's a good way of putting it. It's weird.
I liked early season. I liked all season Elaida, but like, I guess when I
like all flavors
in terms of like love hate,
the
ending was the part where I was like, what's going on here? Like you're getting rid of like you're chopping her head off. Like what's going on? But that's not her. That's just the writing of the show. So I guess like she's an interesting one to put into this category because like I didn't dislike her at any point. I was mad at her at the end for accomplishing what she was trying to accomplish, but that's like it's like hating Dolores Umbridge,
What's funny is I'm now going through our text thread, Joe, to figure out why Elaida would be in this. And I think it's just because we really liked her more. Like she was just such a captivating.
Yeah, it's
actress.
It's almost more of a book to show comparison rather than like her role throughout the show.
Which whoever thought this was a good choice then maybe fucked up. Fuck.
In fairness, we threw her in very briefly.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I loved every scene she had with Swan. It was awesome.
She was incredible.
Like just like the fuck you in everything she said to Swan, I think was really fun.
Yeah.
She was incredible, and she really kind of helped snatch it back at the beginning of season 3. Oh yes, all women snatch technically. At the beginning of season 3, we had the like almost attempted takeover, which was terribly choreographed.
Who's worse, Umbridge or Trunchbull?
I don't know. Umbridge. Trunchbull's pretty bad.
Umbridge is just like someone like
I hate Umbridge.
You see
so
her
much.
and you just want to punch her in the fucking face.
Who's Umbridge?
Dolores Umbridge?
Yeah.
Dolores
it's
Umbridge.
from the original story. I don't know if you remember the original story. It's called Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
The Bible was even ripped off of that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Remember, like Jesus was the boy who lived, and then he has a scar, and like
Right, yeah.
He goes to wizard school.
You're most of those. That's never going to change because I'll never catch up on Harry Potter references. Really.
Oh no,
you mean,
and nor should you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read.
She's a horrible person. Don't give her any money.
Yeah, I read the first book, and I was like, that was kind of boring, and that was it. I didn't want to read any more Harry Potter. And I watched the movies.
Did you read
with
the
my
Bible?
children. I did a long time ago. Same thing. I'm like, that was kind of boring, and I didn't read it again.
One chapter in.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading the Torah. Well,
did you ever read the Lost episodes of the Bible where it just talks about him being a carpenter? It's just that's it. It's just him going to carpenter school.
Pretty interesting, yeah.
And then he's like, "Look at this chair I made." That's the end of the chapter. It's
Carpentry is pretty interesting, actually. I'd probably.
So that's also a fantasy.
Yeah, but not
novel.
back then.
Oh, okay.
Because
everybody did it.
Yeah. Can you fix this
where
table?
Are we?
Sure. That was one chapter.
And
just making
the
a table.
Details, as long as there's details of how to do it, I'd like to learn about carpentry.
It wasn't. It was just like I got a piece of wood, made a table leg.
So that's from the second book.
The chapter is like three lines, 3 sentences.
Yeah.
So is that correct? Carpentry is the second one. That's why they have the flying car.
Yeah, carpentry is the second. Yeah, it's the
I remember the flying car.
Yeah, that's the second book in carpentry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those last movies was pretty dark and a little more goth, actually.
They put the sorting saw in his hand, and he has to choose what saw he's in.
I don't know why I love sorting saw. Yeah. The last two movies, they get progressively darker.
Yeah, those were interesting.
It's like the antithesis of Me and the Sun.
Yes.
It's they're pretty fucked up. I kind of just don't like watching 7 Part 1 because it's just like, well, they suck. Harry and Ron hate each other. That's not fun.
Okay.
No,
No, yeah, it's the worst. Yeah,
But 6 though.
the Gospel
Slughorn.
of Biff.
6. Which one is 6?
That's the one.
Oh, Professor Slughorn's my favorite.
What's the plot of
Yeah.
that one?
Read the fucking Bible. Watch the Bible.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
It's called
will.
the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's about a woman's menses.
The key to
alright,
the 6th one is that Professor Slughorn's in it, as Jono has mentioned 3 times.
All right.
And he's the best character ever made.
We may have watched that.
Is he the one that turns
movie
into a rat?
No, that's Peter Pettigrew, which my favorite thing ever from all of Harry Potter lore. And Taffy, I know you don't really know what I'm talking about. Basically, there's a map called the Marauders map
I know that
that
one.
allows people to see everyone that's like in the school, right?
Yeah. Right.
And
Power
they
of magic.
eventually they figure out that Peter Pettigrew is like still alive and not dead because his like little footprints are like wandering around on the map. And
Okay.
they're like, oh shit, this guy that's supposed to be dead is alive. But the key is that Harry got the map from Ron's older brothers. And Ron's older brothers, the mystery is that Peter Pettigrew is like perpetually a rat and has been like passed down in their family as like a magical animal.
Right.
So the
Right,
idea would
okay.
be that like the rat that Ron Weasley has literally been like sleeping with like and like hanging out with for like ages. On the map reads Peter Pettigrew, and his brothers just go like, all right.
Ron's
Like,
gay.
Ron's snuggling with that Peter guy again every night. No, just said spoilers. Spoilers for a book that came out 20
Bible.
fucking years ago.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, it's very like
they
the
find him
idea
on a
that
cliff or
his
something?
brothers
He
like
was on
saw
a
the
cliff?
name and didn't think anything of it, and were just like, "Oh, Ron's in bed with Peter again." I
I
guess that's
forgot
the
about
whole-
that part. I forgot
Yeah,
about
it's my
that.
favorite. It's my favorite thing to think about. That's not actually. in
Those
the
twins are
movies.
pretty kooky.
Mhm.
Those guys.
At any rate, Professor Slughorn's the best character ever made.
All right. All right.
Back to it, Elaida. What do you? I mean, what do you guys? What do you guys think about Elaida? I know we love her,
Yeah, we do
and
love
we love
her.
to hate her, which is why we keep making Dolores Umbridge allegories. Illusions. What is it?
Illusions. Both. We're not making the allegories. We're making the illusions.
I know. What do you guys think about
Um,
that? Do you remember? Did it seem like she didn't really? She was like floored by Swan's whole speech, and then I don't remember her giving a signal to chop her head off. I thought,
Yeah,
we
I
are
have
and
to,
did
like,
it.
well,
And then
doesn't
she was like
say
this, and she
something
was, like,
like,
freaked
"No,
out."
you're going to die now." Like, doesn't she say something like that?
Oh, maybe I don't know.
I can't remember.
Feels very bad guy line.
I mean, basically, Swan was like, "Whatever my punishment is, fuck you," and then she's like, "Oh, your punishment's fucking death."
Oh, your
You know, but I
punishment
could
is
be like, maybe
Oh,
I'm like
maybe,
conflating that
okay.
in my brain, and I'm
No,
just, like,
you're probably
making shit up.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, show
Check her
Ray, she
out. She's
crushed.
trying to.
Yeah.
Haley Hoshkele.
Yeah. Merci.
Yes.
Merci.
Josh.
Fuck, dude.
Chash.
Yeah. Gunam Dustaram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spoilers: Ron's parents are cousins.
They are gingers.
You gotta keep the ginger line strong, John.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
pretty strong. in
Why
that
your blow up
family.
doll
That's-
has red hair.
Yeah.
That's painted it on her.
I know.
Oh, I haven't seen.
they don't-
Can I say
The
I haven't
blow up
seen
doll
her
doesn't
with red
come
hair.
with red hair. You have to paint the red hair.
Mm.
Yeah, well, then I come on the red hair, and it's blonde.
She
again.
lied about Tower Law in the show. Did she?
Stupid. What? Oh.
Wyman said she
okay.
lied about Tower Law in the show.
Did she lie or misquote? Because if she lied,
Did she lie, or did the writers, adapters of the show misquote? the
They
books?
probably changed it because they changed a lot of weird shit. So you know.
Wait, I never saw
don't know
any
if-
changes from the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must be wrong. I must be incorrect.
You
Blocking
must
out the
be
sun
wrong.
is in the dingers.
Oh, we don't call it that anymore. We changed
The sun-
our term.
The sun's your mortal enemy.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm only
That's a
one
diabolical
shade paler
plan.
or less pale than Jono. So.
Yeah, I know. I actually would like that.
You
'cause
I'm
I'm
definitely
tan
gonna
better than I
happy.
do.
I don't-
I'm
You tan
definitely gonna.
way better.
I feel a bit of relief every day when the sun starts setting.
Yeah.
I start to
I mean,
feel
it's dangerous,
calm.
guys.
It's
The
so
sun's
bright.
dangerous.
It's so bright and
Yeah.
hot, you know?
Have you ever
It's like-
seen your skin
It's
turn
so
red?
bright and hot.
Red.
Now look
Yeah.
at his cheeks.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of that
All
right
right,
now.
so Elaida, like, I guess at the end of the day, we just like her.
We just like her. Yeah.
It's really more like Elaida from the
great.
books I fucking hate. Like, from day goddamn one. And
And here we've got
Elaida in the show,
No,
I'm just
she's
like,
not always
I
wrong.
love watching these little machinations that she's got going on in the tower. Like, like when she pulls Adelia's aside or whatever, or Varen's
Yeah.
sister, I guess, in the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, oh, what did they tell you? Oh, tell me more. You know, like I was just like, fuck, this is fucked up. Like, I just love
She's
every
just a-
little dumb thing like that.
Yeah, that was
the
good.
character you hate and now you love. 6,
Yeah.
9.
Oh,
Wow.
hate in the books, love in the show. She fits
Yeah, I
very
guess.
well.
But like, yeah, it's, in that respect, she fits great.
Good job.
But like, and if there had
What
been
a
a season
cutting
4,
edge
5, or
idea.
6, I'm sure I would have fucking hated her.
Oh,
Like the
right,
millisecond we got to her torturing Egwene, I would have been like, "You should burn and die."
I mean,
Or
if,
but, like,
if they even did that, who knows what they would have done with her?
Yeah, who knows? Well, I mean, they
Right.
would have
They would've
gotten
actually
Egwene
69.
to a Mirland somehow. So like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
it's
yeah.
gotta like that has to be the end game there to like have her there. I don't know. I am a little like, and granted, I obviously with our conversation, the amount of rewatch we've done for the last episode is not a lot, but
Right.
I've
and I
watched it
don't really
30
quite
times.
remember the beheading scene, but like,
John. I mean, I'm sorry. Of course, you've watched it 30 times, so you can refresh our memories. Then.
I watched it 30
Yeah,
times.
30
Yeah,
times.
Tom and I get drunk every night. We talk about the show.
That makes perfect sense to me. I believe it.
Yeah. Tom's just sitting there watching right now. That's why he
But did
doesn't
you
feel
guys
well.
did you guys see I sent you some fans are encouraging a global watch party on
Oh
July
yeah.
26th.
Yeah, I asked you guys to do work and I did not follow up with any of it. But yeah.
Well, I have a question. Half of the fans have like canceled their Prime subscription. So
Yeah,
how are
as
they gonna
in, like,
participate in
protest.
it?
You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. How fucking dare you?
Don't first of all, have half of them canceled.
Have they?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, a lot of people, like Twitter people, have,
Tweeple.
but then I don't know. Maybe some people have, but some people, still want to because it's still streaming and they still love the show and they want to watch it. So that's where it's available. So why would you
I
cancel
like
where
this
you
is
can watch it?
don't get me wrong, like as much as I like to bitch about the show, 2 years will pass and I will definitely rewatch every single
Yeah.
episode of the show and be
Me
like, let me
too.
see if I can glean anything from this that I missed the first like just to
Yeah.
like watch it again or just to see it again. Like I will definitely rewatch the show.
I cannot
I will.
make that guarantee.
No,
I will.
for sure.
No, give some time. But I will
Yeah, because
definitely
I
rewatch the show.
rewatched it before season 3 came out. I enjoyed it much more for
Oh
a
yeah,
couple years
I found
later.
that was the case with every season. Even the
Yeah.
first season that I thought was a shit show. Like as I rewatched it for like the third fucking time for like our show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, I kind of like that scene now. Like kind of
Yeah.
like there was a lot of that happening.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't know. That like my initial response is always like, "How dare you change things?" And then I'm like, "Oh, okay, calm the fuck down." Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
I get the
Kind of thing.
changes, but like,
You know?
I don't know. I've said it 1,000 times. Who gives a fuck?
Did
But
you ever
Wyman
figure
said,
out
"I
what
went to a global
Maureen's
12
tell
party
is?
and my dick has been." It's like they made you like shitty characters and not like the good Oh fuck! It is kind of like that.
Yeah.
A line in the book was hollow.
I
think
don't
it was
disagree.
hollow.
Like,
It was a little one-dimensional in terms of like
but
initially.
there's, like,
But the
I
parts
don't
with
disagree,
a
though.
queen? No, I don't. I think she's
Agree's not
nuanced.
hollow. No, Elaida is a bit of a hollow character. The question has always been, that's why there's this theory about like she got Padan Fain dick STD.
Mhm.
That's why she's kind of just so insane, because she's not hollow at first. Like there is a second dimension to her with like what she wanted from
Well, she's the
Elaine.
initial introduction into the Red Aja, so she's very like, "Fuck you, Rand!"
Catchy.
like right off the bat. So like and even
Yeah.
before she knows he can channel and all that shit. But like and maybe she sees something or knows something like in the moment.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
she does.
But there's I guess in the books she's used as that character that's like,
I don't disagree.
you hate this
'Cause
Aja
she's-
right away because she's the antithesis to Moraine.
Yeah, she's the first Red Aja you see in
Yeah.
book one. She's there holding him down in Camelin, and like I said, there is something there that instantly makes you say, "Fuck this bitch."
But
And then
her
book
taking
two-
over the tower, I thought was amazing, and then later on, like her kind of being crazy when a queen's captured is great. But yeah, I kind of blame that on Padan Fain. 40th, I guess at that point.
Wormwood. Well, Joey,
Spoilers. Oh yeah, I am. I was going to do that before we got to
Yeah.
the next section. Are you happy? That was the greatest. John reads Bukowski, everybody.
All right. I went to the bed and I climbed in. Mindy was warm. Her body was warm. She seemed to be asleep. I liked that. I
Oh,
rubbed
geez.
my lip against hers softly. My cock rose. I felt her breasts against me. I took one and sucked on it. I felt the nipples harden. Mindy stirred. I reached down and felt along her belly, down towards the cunt. I began rubbing her cunt easily. It's like making a rosebud open, I thought. This has meaning. This is good. It's
Like
like two
channeling Sidar.
insects in a it's like two insects in a garden moving slowly towards each other. The male works his slow magic. Female slowly opens. I like it. I like it. Two bugs. Mindy's opening. She's getting wet. She's beautiful. Then I mount her. I slid in, my mouth on hers. Chapter 27.
That was beautiful.
What a great book. Great
great
book.
It's a great book. It's a great book recommended to you by the Wheel of Time editor, Alan Ramonchuk, everybody. John reads Bukowski. It's always
It
good
should
to
be
love it.
noted,
That's
by the way.
fantastic.
We're now past as far as I had read the book originally.
Oh,
And I
Sure.
actually, because I didn't make it past, what am I made it about 69 pages. And I was just like, what the
course.
fuck's happening? Like, don't get me wrong. I love reading about it, but what the fuck is this? But I'm actually now, to get my quote every week, I'm actually just reading the book. So this is working for me just great.
okay.
You're just moving it along.
Yeah, guess what? The next week's entry is literally the next fucking thing. We're going from here to here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So again, thank you for helping me read this book because I didn't really need to. But yeah. So anyway,
One more. I almost came.
if you're ready, like Wyatt man, we start off.
She did go out of her way to gentle Tom's nephew to force Tom away from Morgase. Oh, goddamn. That's.
Oh,
I mean, did she go out of her way, or did she go like, "That's a man who can gentle, hunt him down"?
A quick
Oh, we already did that.
a quick note. The third line of the next chapter is an extra large pussy. That's just the name. That's one sentence.
That's perfect.
So real excited.
I'm excited for
real
that
excited
one.
for that. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right, Joe needs a beer. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, good night, Joey.
So needs a beer from the kitchen.
Should I just keep reading Bukowski? I should.
Yeah, go for it.
I should not. No. I think
No,
Tom
because
will love
he's gonna
the
miss out. Did you get it from the mini fridge? You got a mini fridge there?
He does.
I'm an alcoholic.
Okay.
This
I've
was
got
a
two
weird
mini
time for that.
fridges.
Oh, all right.
I've got two mini fridges.
That's cool.
See what's.
Is it cool?
What are you pointing at?
Oh, he's waiting for the door to open. Nope. I'm pointing at the jar.
The delivery?
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. There. Ooh, it's a decanter.
It's a Dick Hander. It's Cotswolds whiskey from England.
Go. It's fine, Jonah. Don't worry about that.
Beautiful.
Main character of the night?
Yeah. So this is the one that pains me to talk about.
Why, Jono? They handled his character so well throughout the entire
It'd be
series.
like
It's Lan, everybody.
roller coaster.
Honestly, the
That's
graphics.
that's how Jono grips his dick when he's jerking off. Like that.
And it still ends in sand.
All right, Lan is a character. He's got a lot of screen time. There's a lot of nuance here. We gotta discuss it. We gotta discuss it. Season 1, 2, 3.
Third most important warder after Maxim, Steppen, Lan.
Yeah, third, at least third.
Huh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
I really loved him in the first 3 episodes. He was so awesome in the first 3 episodes.
He was fantastic.
Lan comes in strong in season 1.
Are those his nuts right there?
That may be.
No.
Also, look how much cum he put in that tub.
Oh, that's a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, did you guys know when Moraine, she doesn't channel to make it bubble. She just had a burrito and she just or
a burrito.
She did it with her vagina. That even makes more sense. Because that would warm it up
she
too.
tells that story about the Netherin,
What?
queefing and farting. That's the story.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Also, make sure you do it in the right angle. You don't want the fart to get into the vagina. Because that.
Do you remember that thing that happened when Rand was they purposely showed his hand tapping offbeat on his hand when they were singing the song? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They did it on purpose. They purposely chose to show him tapping, like
tap, tap, tap.
Do you remember that?
Like he was just like, I don't know how to play a musical instrument. So
Yeah,
like later on when
clearly-
Tom gives me the a harp and a flute, I won't know what to do. And then wait, that never happened.
No.
Oh,
So it was
never
fine. It was
happened.
fine. That was fine. It's
Uh,
fine
so
if Rand
Lan.
can't keep a beat. Yeah.
I think that Lan may be actually the perfect microcosm of unintentionally Joe's perfect joke. Again, the first couple episodes, Lan's fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved the first episode. I still remember watching this in theaters. I've said this several times. Like, could not have been more excited for this fucking show to happen.
The man who hides in the open and rubs his nipples during sad movies.
Yeah, it's a sad movie. You got to make yourself happy. But like, I couldn't have been more excited. And then after episode 2, I was like, all right, this is different, but I'm enjoying it. Then what the fuck starts to happen, I don't quite understand. And I feel like Lamb's the character follows that. Like, we have the weird fight in season 2 that feels like a real fight, not just like what Moraine does. Like, Moraine picks a fight with him in book 2 in The Great Hunt. That's true. She does it to kind of, test the waters. She's a little bit worried about her own mortality. All right, fine. But what the fuck they do in that show?
She's worried about his commitment to the
her
mission. Yeah. Because of Nynaeve.
Yeah, say it better. Yeah.
But in the show, they very quickly get Lan and Nynaeve together, and it's not like that's like really even a problem for Moraine. She's just like, oh, that's cool.
Also, not a problem
like, no
for
big
Lan
deal.
because he tries to fuck some other bitch later in
Whoa.
season 3.
Whoa.
Or does he? Maybe he's just doing great ass.
I think he's just very intrigued at a back tattoo of a golden crane, John.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's.
Oh,
I don't
there's
think
a
there's
chance
any-
you and I may be related. Well, let my dick slide on in.
All right, season 1. Stick with season 1. Lan.
I remember that line specifically.
Oh yeah, they did that. That was in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Oh,
Season
we're
1
sticking
Lan.
with season 3?
Nope.
Did
No,
you say-
season 1.
Oh, one. Season
I want to
one.
go like a little more chronologically with Lan and like kind of discuss as we go along.
Okay.
So in 1989, book 1.
Yeah.
incredible character. In 2020, season 1 Land came out.
Yeah.
Or 2021.
2023.
Decent character.
Sure. Okay.
That's all I got for you.
And
That's it. That's all I got for you.
how dare you?
That was great. That was great, though. That was well done. Thanks, Jono.
Why wasn't Land teaching Rand the sword well before season 3? Why wasn't Land there to stop the dagger from cutting Moiraine's throat? How did Land get from hanging out at the table with his family in Faldara and then suddenly just Batman outside and be in front of Nynaeve as she walked away like literally 2 seconds later? I don't like. There's so many dumb things in season 1 that I'm just like, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Like in the first few episodes, it's great. Like even him leading them into Faldara and like everything that was going on in there, I was still like, okay, okay, you know, I'm watching, you know, that kind of thing. But like, it's very quickly after that I'm just like, oh, that kind of fell off.
You know what?
Like
You
Matt
kind of made me excited
in
for
Faldara, not Faldara. Sorry, Shadow Logoth. Land's like Matt's joke of like, I think that's the most he's said to me like the whole time. Like that was a funny line. Like that was like we were still in the adorable moments of like, this is so much like the books. I love this, you know, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
You know, like, so 2 things. One, I had totally forgotten they even went to Shadar Logoth. Like that's, which is not great. That doesn't really stick out.
I think that's like my favorite episode. That one. I love it.
Yeah. Shadow Logoth.
That's probably on me.
No, it's been a while.
Great song.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
But secondly, this actually did for the first time make me kind of excited to do a rewatch of this show in like, I don't know, like a year or 2.
Okay.
Like that kind of like, well, I could.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
in a few years, you're gonna be like, you know what? I want to watch this again.
July 26th.
It's not gonna be July 26th. I'll be very honest. I'll turn my TV on when I leave for work.
I'll probably do this. Yeah.
July 26th, 2027. We'll all rewatch the show. Taffy, you want to put that in the notes?
2 years.
Do you know where I'm going to put that?
We'll talk about it on myspace.com/podcast, the news space for all your Wheel of Time news. /www.com.
Yes.
myspace.com
www.com.
Everybody will have the link there
www.com.
if you're looking for
.myspace/
any information you need regarding that. Show
you can stay tuned to all our rewatches on myspace.com.
Yes.
I love that for the MySpace segment, which is of course a weekly segment, seminal if you would.
Of course.
We may talk over each other more than anything during
that's the one time to talk over each other nonstop.
Yeah, get started now if you want.
Here's the MySpace check-in for this week. Tom's not here. We don't have anything to check in with.
Well,
join us over on myspace.com.
I've gotten 2 new followers. You guys have gotten 0 new followers.
Well, Taffy, there's a reason there.
I don't even remember. I don't remember if I even listed myself as a musician though, and I haven't even uploaded an album yet. I don't even have any music listed on there.
Oh, let the hate flow through. You want this, don't you?
By the way, I'm wearing a Jordan Con shirt. Go to Jordan Con next year.
Feel your ring.
That's nice.
Is that a golden crane?
Actually, it is. It is not. Unless you need to get your eyes checked.
It's a raven, my lord. It's a raven.
Is that a dark raven crane?
Is that a dark black crane?
Who designed that one? Do you know who?
Is that a golden crane in black and white on your shirt?
I have no idea.
Are
it
those
was
books flying
someone.
around? Is it ravens and books flying around? What's happening?
It says Con of Ravens. You would have known if you'd gone there.
No.
You stupid bitch.
Dude, stupid.
I also I sometimes think about
oh
how terrible it is. Jimmy and Jennifer, they re-upped for I think 3 more years, and then 2 weeks later the show's canceled.
I mean, Jordan Con's never been about the show though, so I don't think that's really.
But it's just kind of like Well, if you were expecting more people,
Did we talk about this on the show? I went and saw. What's the obviously not Fantastic
yeah,
Four
you went
because
and
it's not
saw-
out yet.
You saw a movie with them, right? Was it Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I saw Thunderbolts with them.
Yeah,
no, how are
which
they?
is a good film.
Well, after Jordan Gunn. So we
Uh-huh.
were talking about. I was talking because like the word on the street has been that like the hotel is going to be cost $1 jillion and they'll never be able to re-sign for that hotel and it'll be like and there's
Yeah,
no
they've
good
already
space
re-signed for it.
for Jordan Gunn and blah blah blah.
They already
And
re-signed.
then so I asked them specifically about that though, and I was just like, hey, what's going like? I know you've announced next year already, of course, because they always do. They announce the next con at the con, kind of thing. But like the con at the con. But so long story short, I was like,
too late.
what's going on with that hotel? I personally never want to leave that hotel. Like, what's going on? Are we there for? And like,
awesome.
Jimmy was just like, no, we're there forever. Are you stupid? And I was like, thank you.
Yes, I am.
And I'm not, but everybody else is. they all hear things, including myself, and we all were a little worried.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jordan Gunn's at the Ravinia for the foreseeable future, I guess. I don't know what the contract was.
Ravinia. It's named after Ravin.
Oh, is that what it is? That's why they chose it?
Yes.
He gets ripped apart.
How long do you think it would take me to drive a
Samuel.
motorhome there? How long would it take to drive a motorhome to Georgia?
Well, I've driven across country, Taffy.
That's right.
Where my friend almost fell into the Grand Canyon. We've discussed this on the show recently.
Yes,
by Sweffrey.
Takes like a day. I don't know, 24 hours?
Longer than a day.
Did he have that long blonde curly hair when he was precariously perched at the end of the Grand Canyon?
He
like
did.
He's gonna fall, and it was his hair, like his blonde curly hair was like flying around and stuff.
Did, and he was, yes.
Because I could see it now. I could see it happening. I mean,
the wind caught his blonde curly hair, shifted his body, and that's when his flip.
It was a bubble of evil. He was standing on top of the towers.
Ring flip flop hit the next rock. Suddenly, he didn't have good purchase, and he slipped and started to fall. But it's all because of the wind hitting his giant.
So did the wind come back and grab his mop and like throw him back the other way? How was he?
No, it was a bubble of evil, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bubble of evil helped him recover.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think it wanted to like murder him on top of the rocks and let his blood rain down into the Grand
That's
Canyon.
so metal. I love it.
Anyway, he survived.
Farewell, Jeffrey Gog.
Yes.
Your body will decay.
Your body will decay. Greatest line in all of Harry Potter, by the way.
Yep. It's also, have I mentioned this?
Wait, close second. Nice to see you, Wallaby.
Good to see you, Wallaby.
Good to see you, Wallaby. All right.
I have mentioned that is my pick. Yeah. Oh,
Lan. This is where it all goes downhill for me. Season 1 with Lan is the wasted episodes with Steppen and his Aes Sedai dying, and then him killing himself.
He let himself get drugged. He let himself get beat in the sparring.
It's so not Lan.
They made fun of him with a horse. They were sitting around laughing at Alan Mandragoran, teasing him.
I forget these things, and maybe
I didn't.
As you're saying them, I'm just like,
mm-hmm.
Who would write this? Like, who would take this character and say, well, here's what the natural arc is?
Here's a dumb thing to do with this character. Let's belittle him.
There was an attack happening, and he was in the forest still with Nynaeve, and Moiraine's completely across the camp in the cave. He would have grabbed Nynaeve, thrown over her shoulder, and gone running for Moiraine, right? He wouldn't have left her alone when there's like an attack happening.
No.
Right?
It depends on how much you respect speed limits, Steffi.
Oh, okay. All right. I did just for the
shot. Well, depending on the underlook shot, depending on where you're coming from.
I mean, in fairness, I did have a very good picture of him almost falling to his death from a cliff.
Where is it?
Well, I sent it to Rafe Judkins. He used it in every shot of it.
This is brilliant.
He's like, I love this perspective.
I've never thought of looking at people
You can
from
really
above.
see all the land.
What, how many?
You can really
that's
see the breadth of the
20 things he
land.
ripped off- That's like several things he ripped off from you. No credit.
Yeah. There it is. All.
Just add it to the list, Taffy.
You know where I'm going to keep this
A
list?
queen with all the colors on her face.
A
That's
queen-
mine.
That
Moraine's shoulder pad things.
There was
design,
no
that's
getting
mine.
away with that one. He was being called out publicly for that one. That's why they pulled that from the show. They never
Oh,
put that one in
100%.
there. Okay, so you know.
Oh,
where
we
this
should
is
have the
going,
costume
folks?
designer on so I can confront her about Moraine's costume.
Yes.
And then compliment her on every other single thing she's
Yes.
because it's
Brilliant,
amazing.
brilliant, brilliant. Where'd you get the influence?
We're gonna
Brilliant,
have
brilliant.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Anyway,
to do some
yeah, back
practice
to land,
on,
back to
you
land,
know,
back to land.
Back to
Sorry.
land.
Yeah, back to land. Anyway, Steppen, that whole shit, that's when it fucking started to suck for me. Well, there's the bit where they find the Red Aja camp, and then we meet Leandra for the first time. And he's like practicing with like Maxim and I think the other warder.
He's practicing with
that's-
Steppen.
Is he practicing
Right.
with? But isn't
Yeah.
he practicing with Maxim and Steppen?
Oh, maybe I don't remember that.
Ooh, I'd watch that. Also, I would.
I
not
could be. I mean,
watch
because there's
that.
like multiple warders there. Anyway,
They
editing.
got like
you
both.
know.
They both got each other somehow. And I was like, what? Do you remember
Glenn,
that?
this is so well said. As an episode of TV, I love the Steppen episode, but as an adaptation, it is a waste of space and time. That is
That's
exactly
well
how I
said,
feel.
Yeah,
It's not that those are bad episodes; those are good episodes.
right.
At the time, my problem was more like, why aren't we watching the main characters? Like, why are we like in this weird like limbo with this side story arc going on?
Right.
And then two, like as a grand scheme thing, I was like, why not? Like, I understand the idea of like, let's explain the warder Aes Sedai relationship better, or like, you know, for the audience, you know, like let's get these points across. But there was no point, there was no reason to get that across yet. You know, like you could have just kept Moraine and Lan being like the archetypes of Order Aes Sedai relationship and gotten into that later on when it mattered. And I don't think it mattered at that point in time. Like it was just one of those things where I was like, why aren't we watching more of the kids? I don't know. I found it very
I
frustrating.
like watching kids. Yeah.
And then in terms of Lan as a character from the books, and I wouldn't want this in a show, so like it's fucked up to be like, I want him to be stone-faced and boring, you know, like kind of thing, or stoic. But like I do kind of want that a little, but like also I completely understand them giving him something to do as an actor and having to like, you know, emote sometimes. So like there's that. So like you can't, I'm not so upset that Lan has actual like emotions going on in the show versus like just being like, I'm a rock all the time, you know.
But there's ways to do it. Look, like
Yeah, there's ways to
think-
do it. Yeah.
Season 1 of The Witcher, I think, is probably one of the best versions of what fantasy books can be besides Game of Thrones. Again, season 2, it kind of devolves pretty quickly. But like what they do with Geralt, I think Henry Cavill fucking nails the idea of being a fucking Steppenwolf. God damn it. But Henry Cavill nails what the fuck Geralt of Rivia is supposed to be. He's a perfect fucking Witcher of like, here's what it is. A little bit of amusement, a lot of no tone, but at the same time.
Okay, so
like,
the difficulty there, and I mean this not having watched the show or read the books or played the games or know anything
You're
about
up
it,
to
but
date.
like, but that's the main character, correct? So it's like, but Lan is not. So you're just like, there's this character off to the side, and like, but to me, I'm just going
Make
like,
it
why don't you
easier,
just show
though?
him being a badass like bodyguard
that's
from like day one?
Yeah.
And they did that in like the beginning. I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Like they started there and then they like very quickly lost it. But for me, like the coup de grace in like season 1 was the dagger thing. I was just like why give that scene to Moraine? She's had 17 awesome scenes already of like her being a badass.
That's
just
that's another layer. Like, but even if you just want to talk about like how do you do Lan, right? Take away the shit that they take away from him, but like you can make a fascinating character who doesn't have to be emotive, doesn't have to be this, as long as you give him cool shit he does and just hint at the fact that he's more than what he seems. That's it. Like if you find a character that has that bit of mystery,
yeah, he's the Boba Fett of like this series. Like he's the one that's like, that guy looks fucking scary and cool, but I know nothing about him. Like that's all you need. Like that's all you need.
You don't
for Lan.
Instead, they humiliate him. They humiliate one of the most famous fucking characters from it. Like they do dumb shit with him. They give other people his scenes. It's fucking like it's irretrievably stupid. That's the thing that like really kind of season 1, you're just like, why are
he should have been training the kids like the second they left. Like why not? Like
correct.
Well, and I know they're not like kids as much as they were in the books, but like
there goes
presumably Rand doesn't know how to use a sword. At least do the Rand thing. Like you don't need to be like, Matt, here's how a bow works. Perrin, here's how an axe works. Like, you know, like drop that maybe.
But
like,
here's how you use a tampon. Like you don't need to do these things. Like they're old enough.
Well, the reason they didn't focus on Rand and Lan like training with a sword is because like they have to hide the fact that he's the Dragon Reborn, and it's like the stupidest fucking thing ever.
The what? The what?
He's the what now?
Wait, Rand is?
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, I never saw that happen.
Joe, I don't know how you sit on a wooden fucking chair for 8 hours a day all the time, like working. How do you sit on that chair?
I'm very comfortable. Does
it even have a cushion?
I'm very comfortable.
Because I didn't have time. I'm just sitting on a wooden chair. I didn't have time to move my cushy one in here because my whole like freaking Wi-Fi bullshit.
My chair farts for me.
I like that. I look forward to it. I like hearing the farting chair.
I don't like to be comfortable while I'm at work.
What?
I like to be constantly reminded that I'm bending over, and then I'm like, straighten your back.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to work at a computer all day and then be all hunched over.
Oh, all right. So I really like your
silver tankard like an ass.
Yeah, that's a formidable.
Been drinking out of this all show, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. This is from the Renaissance Fair.
I was about to say you've had it for about 6 weeks.
Right. Yeah, you got that. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
That was the last time I was over at your house.
It looks super shiny tonight. That's super shiny.
Oh,
that's right. That's when you
It is a shiny goblet.
He
passes out. Shines his tankard every night, if you know what I mean.
Trained with battle tampons?
I guess so.
Lan's trained with any weapon imaginable.
Yeah.
Anything that draws blood, he's trained in.
That's true, yeah.
So you want to hear something funny? So there's a type of tampon called Clicks by, by Kotex, apparently. And they're all in caps. So it's CLI, and that LI looks like a U. And the first time I saw them, it looked like cuck tampons, and I was very disappointed to see that.
You should make your own brand of tampon called that.
What is it, bowl tampons?
And then, but you have to have a gimmick with it, though. What would be so special about your tampons that people would want to use them? Maybe it'd be fun. Maybe it's something that, like, you could make a fun tampon that boyfriends and or brothers and husbands would have fun going. I'll go.
Yeah, when you pull the string out, confetti pops.
Yeah, or
by the way, brothers and husbands is a wonderful.
Or even just going to the store for them. I love going to get to the tampon aisle.
Oh yeah, I like this brand of tampons because like I don't feel embarrassed to pick up this box.
This is a cool looking box. It's got a pair of tits on it.
Boyfriends, brothers, and husbands couldn't be more excited to buy these. Bull tampons.
Give them an interactive way of like, being
brothers
helpful,
and husbands.
but make it fun.
Not boyfriends, husbands, and brothers. Just boyfriends, brothers, and husbands.
BBH,
brothers is the second option to buy me tampons.
Well, I don't know. I'm a fan of alliteration, so I do the BB.
Yeah, boyfriends, brothers, and
husbands. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's
and husbands.
Apostrophe. USB. Husband.
Yes.
That H is silent. Unlike her farts.
The ginger made tampons.
Yeah.
I hear fuck tampons are big and black. Jesus Christ.
Take a look. Take a look at those click tampons.
Confetti. That's so good.
Confetti
It's
cannons.
Yeah.
That's the move,
is
by the way.
Right together.
Just be like, let's take it out together.
By the way, that's next week in Bukowski Quiz.
That's next week.
Yes.
In Bukowski.
Oh, that's what happened. There was a
Wife's
scene-
boyfriends will love.
Wife's boyfriends. Yes.
Oh man.
Fun for the whole family. Broadly.
In the
do we
South,
wanna-
all three are the same.
You fuck off, Beach. It's true. It's
Hey,
true.
we're in Atlanta. Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't live in the South. We live in
Also, there's a giant map of. Never mind, that's political, and I don't want to talk.
Do you
about it.
guys remember? I had listened to you guys.
Anyway. Yeah.
Why?
I had listened to you guys for a while before the
Mhm.
last book came out. Read
Yeah.
the last book, listened to you guys, went to meet you at JordanCon, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a completely dumb person, but for
Mhm.
You're a
some
woman.
reason, I had knew your voices, but then I think there was for 1 second when I met you, I expected you to have Southern accents. And I was surprised about the lack of Southern accents because I was in Georgia.
You're like, oh, they all live
And
in
then I'm
Atlanta.
like, wait a minute, these dudes, they talk just like me. They're in Georgia, but they talk like they're
Talk just like
Valley
I.
girls from
Yeah,
LA.
but also the way you know us is by our voices. So, like the complete lack of accents.
I don't know if it's because everybody, like there was very few accents in general at the con or something.
Atlanta
I don't
is
know.
not a like
I know.
Atlanta doesn't have an accent really. Like it's got, I'm sure to some degree, northwest, southeast kind of thing. It does
Right.
have certain regionalities, but for the most part, no. My parents lived in England for several years.
Mm.
Oh,
Guess what
really?
else they did? They lived in the South for 70 years because they're old as fuck.
Okay.
They still don't have an accent. My mom's got a bit of an accent. My dad does not.
Okay.
Your mom and dad's pronouns are were,
Was word.
was,
Just
were,
were.
right?
Yeah. Old man's 81.
And
His
then
pronouns
I decided it's
I always
because you
blame-
guys
so
were
that's
raised on
interesting,
80s
Tabby.
movies like Keanu Reeves. You guys grew up listening to watching.
No, I mean, I
actors
think
like
it's
Keanu
like my
Reeves and
parents are
Halford
from like
Blackhead.
all my parents and my family is all up in Philly.
All my
We're all
parents.
Right.
we're all from the north. So like, even though I was raised down here, I feel like I learned to speak from everyone learns to speak from their parents mostly, So like, I would go to school and be like, "What's y'all? Never say that again. That's the most disgusting word
My
I've ever
fucking
heard." Like kind of
sister-in-law's
and
from
like
Denver.
I just
She
I don't
says
know.
y'all. Fucking dumb bitch.
Well, the
Why
point
would
is,
I
like, I'll go
highlight my
up
ignorance
north,
on live
and they'd be like,
television?
"That's weird. You don't have a northern accent either." And I think it's just a weird combination of like having northern parents but living in the south, and like I just have like a lack of accent. Like I don't have a
Like-
northern
No,
accent.
you
I don't
guys,
have a,
you guys sound like Valley
Yeah.
girls. You guys sound like you're like, cause
Oh my god.
see,
Yeah.
you
How
guys talk
dare you.
like all the surfer dudes in the movie in the 80s and 90s.
I listened
Well,
to
that's just
Nada
the
Surf
Ninja
in
Turtles.
1995.
Okay, you guys learned
Yeah.
your accents from the
yeah, the Ninja Turtles told me that I
Cinema.
would talk like that. Yeah.
high praise cinema.
Old as
Old
fuck.
as
Thank
fuck,
you.
Yes.
Well, that reminds me of how
How dare you,
Cassandra
Glenn?
from-
Never do it. It's not a word.
Yeah, again, I my sister-in-law's from Denver. She uses the word y'all, and I told her to shut the fuck up. She sounds like a dumb bitch because she.
I'm in
is-
Dallas and lost count of how many times people ask me where I'm from because you got an accent.
Oh, okay.
from Dallas.
Okay, so our accents may be more prevalent in Dallas.
I hear that
Instead
a
of
lot being from
Georgia.
Texas. Okay.
Okay, so maybe Texas as a whole. See, I was expecting just a mass Georgia
I think the
type
key to this
accent.
conversation, Taffy, is that you would
Because I'm
listen
ignorant
to
and I'm
us.
highlighting it.
No, you would listen to us for 100 episodes,
It's a long, dumb.
and we're still,
time.
for some reason, expecting us to have
yeah. This
accents
is our
that
persona.
were from the place that we
You
were.
don't
I don't-
here's how we actually talk about. Joe and I were talking about fucking each other's sisters for a little bit. You know what?
Not bad, Jono. I don't even
That
think I
was
can
really good.
Yeah, I've been fucking my sister for a while. Oh,
You know what I love? Like the Southern accent I love is like the Charleston accent. That
Charleston.
that old Southern lawyer accent. You know,
Is there one in particular you're thinking of?
like
who's a
Steven
wonderful
Hansen,
person?
of course.
There you go.
Yes, I love talking to Steve.
Steven Hansen is
little known member of Team Jordan. That
he's got
no
a
one
decent sized
really.
member.
Here's the point, though. No one knows who the fuck this guy is, except the people that matter the most. You know what I mean? But Steven Hansen was he's Harriet's lawyer, but he was also the licensing lawyer, so I dealt with him a lot. And well before that, we were just the best of friends because he's an amazing man.
Wonderful.
But fuck, does he have the most adorable Charleston accent? And it's just fucking like I would literally just be drunk and like hanging out and just be like, say something else.
Yeah, totally.
Joe, what's his favorite?
It's amazing. Do you want to? I mean, I know his favorite drink, but it's made a very specific way.
Tell it.
All right, it's this. If you can see this tiny amount, this much vermouth, this much vermouth, this much vodka. This is what he likes. He likes to swirl the vermouth around in the glass and then throw it out of the glass and then pour vodka in. He likes the residue.
The coating?
He likes the residue of vermouth in his glass and just straight vodka. He's a classy gentleman.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And every once in a while, he would drink one and be like, this is shit, and just chuck a glass down on the ground. It was amazing.
He did once.
He's an amazing man.
He did. Yeah. So anyway, Steve, I hope you're never watching because you deserve better. I am out of whiskey, but cheers to you.
Cheers to you,
Steve's
Steve.
a great
We
man.
love you.
Cheers to Steve.
You. Yeah.
All right,
I talk to him all the time. He's doing well, by the way.
Oh, okay. Please tell him I said hello.
Anyway, stepping happened. Anyway, season 2, we start with Lan working out, looking hot, peeing on trees.
Yeah.
You know what else happens? He breaks up with Moraine in the beginning. Seeks advice from his fellow old man warders about like what to do with Moraine and their relationship. I don't know. Like, how do you guys?
What was the point of all that? What was the point of all of it?
Down?
I never figured out the point of all that stuff.
Well, the show shielded Moraine, like, tied off the weave, in the end of season 1. So they had to have her dealing with that, and that affected her relationship with Lan. And I get all of that, kind of.
Okay.
But for her to so by the end of the season, as you guys are well aware, we had this going on. And that going on.
These are some wonderful.
But they kind of reseal the deal, so to speak. So I don't. Why is she rebonding him? Is this unmasking the bond that she didn't even know, or did she literally sever the bond?
It's not masking the bond. What was the terminology?
Turning it off and on. Light switching it. Light switching it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't? How about when Rand cut the weave? Wouldn't their bond just be there?
Be there because the idea, I suppose, is that she severed the bond before she went off into the Blight with Rand, so he wouldn't be able to track her, which is fucking insane.
No, because
does she know she's got to tell? She's got to tell, by the way.
She does have a tell. Also, Nynaeve could have just tracked him right away.
Right.
So the problem is, and this is ironic for a woman, you're trying to use logic to understand what the fuck happened. And that's not what the fuck's
logic.
going on here.
I don't know what that is.
MJ Daniel. Hey, MJ Daniel.
Hi, MJ.
Elaida and Padan power throuple.
Yeah. They are. Who wouldn't watch that sex?
I mean,
no, because Lan said she masked the bond when they went running to the balcony.
Topics.
Oh,
We're talking about if they would have a 3-way.
Oh, sure.
Not good enough.
Oh, except for Elaida would no, she doesn't. I don't think she likes to do sex with men.
That's all right.
That's true.
Fain
like men
is going to
at
use
all.
instead of his penis. Fain's going to use the dagger, which is going to be mounted upon a stick,
Okay.
and it's going to look like that McConaughey episode of Human
This is
Giant.
like I was gonna say. You went a way different way. I was like, are we in the movie 7? Like, what's happening right now?
Nope. It's
No, that's good.
By the way, if
She
anyone
released the bond because she believed she would die in the eye of the world.
Oh, she released it. Okay.
Right.
She
Release,
released
sever,
it, though?
whatever you want to call it. But dumb all around. I would
All
say.
right.
Well, no, but hold on. I don't
You
wanna,
turn off the
bond.
bond.
But like I'm not trying to like I think that's unfair to what he just said. But like
Moraine released the bond before she went to the eye.
Oh.
I remember that. But
Again, why
is
release it? Why not just mask it?
turn off?
Like you're the adapter of this show. Why not just mask it and not release it? Like why do that severe thing when you could just that no one understands anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not like the audience is like, oh fuck, she released the bond. That's huge. Land's free. You know, like none of that was a thing. It was just
if you're
like,
gonna do that, put context
in the eyes of the audience. I mean,
put context to it. And again, I feel like we're part of the audience, the three of us.
yeah, that's the problem. The
Oh.
people that read the books are like all a part of the audience. So we're just like, what the fuck's happening right now?
I will be honest that I didn't watch the show as critically as I should have. I'll be honest that I probably watched it drunk at least 2 of the 3 times I watched the show because I did watch
Probably.
it multiple times, and it's been a while to quote the greatest song of all time.
Okay.
So maybe
de Noches Negras.
that's
That's why
one of the
she
verses
asked
that
Alana
goes
in the first season if a guardian could survive releasing of the bond.
Lecturas de Noches Negras. Tell us more
Thank
about
you.
your lecturas.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
they're not.
Okay. Then I was wrong.
Because we all know RJ explained everything that happened in this series while holding your hand. He didn't. However, they tell us things along the way that we're supposed to understand, sort of, and
I
then figure out
completely-
later. But
I
it's
completely missed
consistent
that.
with what we've learned so far, and I think
Mostly.
that's my main problem.
How did
Can I say
miss
something
that?
though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Chad is challenging us on certain things.
Yeah,
You
it's
fucking
great.
dicks.
No, it's
I really
fantastic.
actually appreciate it. Like I do, as opposed to my wife, I appreciate like varying points of view and that kind of thing. It really makes conversation helpful. Actually, I thought the audience was smarter than Rafe did. It's weird you didn't say Rafe does. What happened? Oh, that's what happened.
Apparently not, because I missed the whole releasing the bond instead of I thought she masked it. So how did I miss
You mean
that? I've
turned it
seen-
off? Turned it off.
No.
There's no masking.
I don't
There's
know.
no
It's
tape.
almost like we should rewatch the show on
Yeah,
July
Not
26th.
yet. Oh, July
Tom's
26th.
sphincter
Yes.
would fall out of him. If we told Tom we're going to start over from episode 1, he might just literally just like lose.
You
his
know what?
ability to
Tom
hold
hated the
in
show
feces.
so much, but I bet in like 2 years when we're like, let's rewatch the show, he'd be like, all right.
Now
Yeah,
that is correct.
probably.
I think there's a good chance. Like, I don't even need to
He'd be
wait
like,
2
all right,
years.
fine.
I think.
Anyway,
there's a
sorry.
year.
Back to land. We're
Yeah.
You know,
I think you're starting
getting
to get
off,
drunk.
tangenting too much.
I tangented twice today.
You did?
Because
way too many
wait, so
times.
what? Okay, when he found her at the eye of the world,
Yeah, because she has
Right.
to tell.
yeah, he's like, okay, I'm here now. He's like,
Because women
you can
won't shut up.
you can unmask the bond, and she's like, I can't. I've been
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that all about? He didn't know. She didn't say. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Taffy. And again, this is my memories for season 1, so this
Right.
But to my knowledge, she didn't like get rid of the bond. She just like hid him from it, like all the Aes
But
Sedai do in the books.
everyone's saying that like he.
Yeah, and everyone's
like,
saying the
he said
opposite. So I could be maybe I'm wrong, and maybe those words were used, and I don't remember that. But I don't know.
But
I
then
trust my
when he got
coworkers.
her, she was like, I can't. I've been cut off. But she didn't say I cut the bond. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, whatever.
It's definitely a different piece of emphasis, right? Like if it's like I've been cut off and therefore I cannot redo it. Okay, but it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, it just felt like, I don't know. It seemed
What do you got
like
now? Nocturnal lecturers.
Never mind. Who cares? Let's move on.
Season 2, Lan, as in general, is
okay.
I don't know, not a waste of time and space, but like, just he spends the whole season chasing after Moraine, does questionable shit by like confronting the Amirlin about it. Like Maxim and Alana think he's a dark friend or some fucking stupid bullshit. I don't, like who knows what the fuck is going on. And then fast forward to the end, the best part of Lan in season 2 for me was just the tiny bit we got where he's like hanging out with Rand right before he goes and talks to Marilyn, and he's like, "Hey, and it's like reminiscent of book 2.
Yeah,
when he's like, "Hey, you're about to meet the Marilyn, like stand like this, do this, say these things," like kind of thing. And I was like, "Oh, we got like a little hint of Lan from the book," and that was fun, and I liked that, and that was fun. But that's until he like rebonds with Moraine on the beach. Like I'm just kind of going like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this character this entire season.
It's a weird thing. Like what's funny is like when you think about why do you like Lan, right? He doesn't really do shit in book 1. Other than be badass, he's not really that interesting as a character. Like he's just really a great bodyguard.
That's the point, though.
All right.
That's the point.
But hold on.
He is badass.
I
that's
that.
what makes him fun.
I'm aware.
He's intimidating. He intimidates the kids.
Fair. I've read the books. Book 2.
Oh,
what's one of the coolest thing? Twice, actually. A year, pretty much. What's one of the coolest things that he does? Like you just mentioned, he breaks character in the weirdest way with this slight smile with Rand, getting him ready to go to see the Amirlin. All of a sudden, you see the fact like this is a man with a much broader point of view, much broader.
And around that time period, we also have him like flirting with Nynaeve in the hallways and Faldara, and all that stuff. And like you're like, wait, this man has feelings, and it's almost shocking.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm glad they brought that into season 1. I wanted more of that. I love Nynaeve and Lan together. So obviously, so like that part, I'm like, okay, I get that. It's all the other extra shit. No, anyway.
But like,
sorry, John.
What's the thing that you like about him though? Is like he is this seemingly cold, turned off creature, but all of a sudden, like when he shows his humanity, it's like the uncle you never like. You never get him to laugh, but when you get him to laugh, you're like, oh, I fucking cracked him. And that's Lan. And instead, what have they done? They've just made this like half laughing stock in a bad way for this guy. Like he's just not what the fuck you're expecting. It's a disappointing lack of understanding of what the fuck he is. And I will forever be very frustrated by it. But we should watch it again on July 26th.
July 26th. Global.
July 26th.
What day is July 20th? Was it the 8th? So 19 days from now.
It's the
So
8th.
Is that Friday? Is that a Friday?
You know what I will do for Save What? I'll just put it on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Just gonna have Wheel of Time playing on my TV nonstop.
That's what I'm saying.
In solidarity.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully I'm out of town because I don't want to watch the damn thing. Amazon, hope you're not listening to that. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the
take
plan.
my cock ring. It belonged to the last king of Malkin.
I'm not a grocery store wife.
That is so good.
What a
You killed Taffy White, man. Good job. I'll watch the whole series, but not through a Prime sub. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
We don't have a Prime
That
sub.
doesn't
It feels like alpha beta together.
yeah.
Can I put that on the cock? Can I put that on the cock rings
Yes.
that I'm gonna put at the
Yes.
grocery store around the corner?
Yeah, we're gonna spread 200,000 of them around
I'm
the
gonna
world.
put Wyman Wild's avatar on there too.
Avatar.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's finish this character out. If you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, season 3, we finally get Rand and Lan training together before they go to the waste.
Finally.
You know, pretty cool. I don't Lan in season 3 not as disappointed. Like, it seems like they've kind of figured out. I mean, they kind of did that for a lot of the characters though. So like, I don't know, maybe it's
Congratulations, you read the book.
yeah, congrats, like you finally got there, kind of thing. But like,
Yeah.
you know, I liked season 3 Lan. There wasn't a whole lot I'd have to say that I didn't like about him. It was more like too little too late kind of feeling, you know, like kind of like, why the fuck am I just now seeing Lan being awesome? But then there's all the weird shit of like Jono, you mentioned Melindra being from Malkir was like fucking weird. I guess that like, and you guys, we talked about this as we watched season 3, but like, you know, like, why are they doing this? What the fuck's going on? And I kept saying things like, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to make Lan relevant, like right now. Like he doesn't have a lot going on, so like maybe they're just like trying to remind the audience that he has like another storyline that like is important, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it felt. Like it kind of felt like just kind of like not shoehorned, but just a little forced into the show to just be like, Lan's got other things. Everybody,
Here's a lady
don't
with a
forget
lower
about
back
Lan. He's pretty important, and he's got other things going on. Because Nynaeve is so the fuck far away from him that we need you to care. I don't know.
He may or may not fuck her, but she's got a lower back tattoo that's turning him on. Or is it? Maybe he's just intrigued by seeing someone who may be his cousin. Who knows? Like it's
very possibly.
I don't know. Like the whole thing feels ham-fisted, to use a Wheel of Time term. It's pretty fucking dumb. It's pretty fucking dumb.
That's when you jam an entire ham up a vagina? What?
No.
Yeah.
The asshole.
Oh, sorry. With your fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
One for each one. 2 hams.
Yeah. 2 hams, 2 fists.
Yeah.
Ham on it.
Just
So it should be noted that the next book that Alan gave me was called Ham on Rye by the same character, and that's what
nice.
that's about. Yeah.
by the same character?
By the same, well, technically it's autobiographical, semi, by Charles Bukowski. He's writing about himself, which, by the way, you should probably be worried about it as well. Anyway, so back to Lan. I don't know. It's probably the weirdest treatment of a character who is already considered universally badass. Like, I've never heard of anyone who's like, oh, I don't think Lan's great. Like, you get people who are like, I don't like Perrin, I don't like Avienda, I don't like Egwene, I don't like Min,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, you know, like, obviously, Brandon Sanderson was like, I don't like Matt Cawthon because I don't understand him. It's a joke. But
yeah.
like, I've never seen anyone say like,
Thanks
I
for
don't
telling
like
me that
him.
was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I don't like
wouldn't have
L.M.
understood.
Mandragoran. L.M. Mandragoran is just not a character I connect with. And the writers, by the way, were like, oh, we fully endorse that. It doesn't make any fucking sense to us. That's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to not appreciate one of the most universally beloved characters like that. It was, what is it? Not good. Bad. It was bad.
Oh, bad. Yeah.
Yeah. They fucked that up.
Do you feel like over the course of the 3 seasons you liked and then disliked and then re-liked him again, or did it just continue to fall off for you? Like after
it was like a 69 where all of a sudden like he just kind of went soft. Right? So it started off good. There's a 6.
So then it flipped to hate And then you're like, oh, I'm not hard anymore.
Yeah, I'm just kind of there.
This isn't fun.
Like-
this isn't fun.
As you're gonna find out later on in next week's episode, there's gonna be some soft cock. And that's pretty much how that felt. Was just kind of like, you know.
The last lesson is when your asshole's unguarded. It's called sheathing the sword.
Or it's called opening the sheath. Depending on which point of view you are.
Noman Garden's like, Mo, you should fuck her. Oh, wait. She has a nice tattoo. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
You did. Hand-fisted.
Right.
You got to brine the fist first. Jesus Christ. All right.
Come on.
Let's move past those. Taffy, what's your last thoughts on Land?
Extremely disappointed.
Extremely disappointed.
First, it was a full 6, and then it just went pew, and it just kept going like.
Oh no!
I love
like Land in season 3. I just don't think like it. Again, I feel like it was too little, too late for me.
It's a 696.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I liked him, but still, he didn't do anything bitching. Really, did he do any cool stuff? I don't remember.
What about that?
I mean,
Dumb.
I didn't. I don't know. I'll have to watch it again. Maybe the next time I watch it, I'll enjoy it. But that whole fight, I just was like, oh, God, what is this?
But he was doing all right. Here's my only argument. For
him
that
and her.
entire, here's my only argument for that entire stupidity. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Finally,
No,
like
that's
he was
true.
guarding Moraine, and he was doing what he was
Right.
supposed to be doing. And at the end, when Moraine was defeated, he picked her up and fucking brought her. And I'm like, that's what Lan is supposed to be
Yeah.
doing the
Okay, so-
whole time.
And let's
But
bring it
his
back
And
down.
yeah, was
Aaron
that scene
sword
insane?
doesn't mean dick all.
Oh no, yeah, don't throw away all that shit. I don't care about any of that. But like, you know,
No,
what I mean.
you're right. You're right. You're right. I didn't think about
But
that.
Lan was doing like what he was supposed to be doing, you know, like kind of thing. Oh, hello.
Oh, it's a
Hello,
gargoyle.
Gandalf.
Say hi, Gandalf.
Hello, Gandalf.
Gandalf, hello.
Now, is that Gandalf or Sauron?
He's great. It's Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Well, in terms of the Rings
hello.
of Power, we don't know.
Yeah. Creeping everyone out, by the way.
Kitty, kitty. Hi, Gandalf. Hi.
All right, well, that's been
What's that?
1269.
Yay!
Padan Fain, Lan, and Elaida. You know, we did it. We talked
The
about
usual
it.
69, 3 characters, all of whom kind of hate each other. Perfect 69.
Yeah, but we also had we had differing opinions of all of them. So I mean, I think it works. You know.
Kitty.
No,
She just described my brother. I think that was the joke. Quiet man.
what are boners?
No, you were right though. Lan did do his job.
It's like a 69, but you get pink eye.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that happens.
I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll like that whole last part. I just remember being disappointed. Like, what is even happening right now? And this whole hype, like, half of the season was Moraine talking about how she's going to die, and then she doesn't. And it's
but them having a little heart to heart and him being like, you know what? Is it tomorrow or is it right now? Then relax. And I love that scene.
No, that was
there was
cool.
little bits where I was like, oh, Lan and Moraine are weirdly rebonding with each other, not literally through the border bond, but physically or emotionally.
In a world of
witches who throw fireballs. Yeah, you
a
read
man
it.
with a sword is not very visual. A TV series is different from a book here.
Yeah.
No, I think I was checked out for that whole fight. I'm like, why are they fight? Like, I don't know. I just knew that I was going to have to get through the episode because everything was different. Nothing
I wasn't taking that comment to be literally the end fight of season 3. I thought he meant that in general. But
okay.
That being said,
maybe he did.
there's ways, and we've kind of exhausted them, but there's ways to show his necessity or what he's used for as a warder without, I don't know. You don't need a ninja sword fight to like show how awesome Lan is, I guess is what I'm saying.
Like,
I know.
okay,
I
and
mean,
then
like, and I'll
also,
bring it
like,
up
he
again, but
knew-
like stopping the dagger from Moraine's throat is an amazing way. Like,
right.
I think Rand describes it as like he crosses the room before he knew Lan even moved, and suddenly his hand was holding Matt's
Yes.
dagger away from
Yep,
Moraine's
right there
throat.
in the
And
Queen's
it's
clutch.
like, and that right there is like quintessentially what Lan
That's
should
what
be
I want.
on
Yeah.
screen. You
Yeah.
don't have to do like badass sword fights. He doesn't have to be Batman jumping off rooftops and doing awesome shit. Like he just needs to be doing the job that he's supposed to be
Needs
doing,
to be there.
and then highlighted in a very specific way to show that he's the best at that job. And I
Uh-huh.
think, and I don't think that's that hard to accomplish.
And he's
You know?
undermined as fuck from the very big, like pretty much from episode 4 of season 1.
String said, and she knew he would be there to grab it, which is again
Yes.
a quintessential point of what I'm trying to say. She wouldn't even have tried to stop it because she knows Lan will be there to stop it, and it like
that's a good point.
wasn't bothered. Yeah, String agree completely. Yeah. Anyway, Lan.
Any last second thoughts
We did it.
before Joe has me read the ending script, which I have written on my
Anus. Is that correct?
So
Doesn't
Lan
look like-
was good solid
Damn.
6 down to 9, woo, and then a little curve back up at the end there, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
kinda
he's at
like-
half.
I-
He's at like
it's
he's
a
at half
semi.
mast.
It's
He's
a
a
semi.
chub.
He
Yeah.
did.
You're kind of
he
like-
did know Melindra was walking up behind him,
Mhm.
but
Sure.
but there was no ninja stuff in season 2 for him at all. I mean,
No.
he did fight those fades without
He-
being bonded to an Aes Sedai.
Moraine
But-
did better. Moraine did better at that scene.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
that's the,
And
that's
then
the
they
middle
gave
finger
the
whole
flame
thing.
sword to some rando. And not
Like
Rand.
that.
Okay, now, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that
Well,
scene was cool though.
sucked.
Fighting the
No.
phase was cool.
No, it didn't. It was not cool because again, Moraine's killing him with a dagger by hiding behind a fucking rock. Like what?
Yeah, it's just teasing the fade out of a shadow. So you can stab it.
So that's tWoTcast
You know
this
what?
week. If you have comments
Maybe
or
they-
questions,
Oh, sorry.
you can go on. We'll do it
Well,
again.
maybe
I'll
they
yell
were
over you
giving a
later.
nod. Maybe they're giving like a nod to her, like because she's been basically training for months,
Wow,
and
months, huh?
She's just been like studying, and she's been.
She was karate kidding that shit. She was like
She was.
carrying water buckets
Yes.
up hills.
Yes.
You know,
maybe
that strengthens your dagger stabbing abilities. If you just hold water and you're bringing up hills on a stick.
Do that again. You
I'm
do
gonna try that.
this, and then you
Yeah,
like,
every once in a while, you just do this enough,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
can stab a dagger.
Okay.
It
Looks
depends
like
on what
my
your workout
late
is.
grandmother.
Okay.
It's a Bale Doman quote. So that's tWoTcast this week. If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us is, I don't know, somewhere. And if you want
MySpace.
contact
Find
us
us.
elsewhere. What are those
If you have any
places?
comments or questions, leave them below. Don't know what Jono's reading, because that's not what the script says at all.
I
I
don't
don't
know
have
how
a
to
script,
read.
by the way. It's ridiculous.
I love the fact that we're literally 437 episodes in, and I still read this motherfucking up. That's why do I do
Yeah,
this?
you read
There
like
you go.
something that we wrote 1,000 years ago. tWoTcast
Yeah.
theme song is brought to you by the one and only Taffy Bennington, everybody. Oh, hey, Taffy. Oh, you're here
Hi,
on
Taffy.
the show.
You guys,
How weird.
thank you for having me. Thank you, chat, for having me. Everybody here for including me. I love to be here with you. Thank you so much.
And legendary Andrel Bard of Time does the
Andrel.
outro. Links
Yay,
to all their stuff is
Andrel.
below. Go watch all of the videos. It's not a waste of time. It's the best. John?
Join us next week for more Wheel of Time. We are in the midst of an internal debate about what the fuck we're gonna do next week. We will let you know as soon as we find out. We're gonna be probably drunk and discussing it later tonight or tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
or this weekend, or
My guess is
Maybe
at
we
least
wanna
one
figure
or
it
two
out.
more of the TWoT 69. So we could be wrong. I could be wrong.
There's
Is
a
that
lot of
true?
characters.
that makes
There is
But
a
we're
lot of
definitely not
characters
going to
these
tell if anybody. But if we do more characters, nobody here tells Tom until he's
Oh, no.
here.
Yeah, we can't tell Tom.
You
Because
guys,
then it'll be like, I'm
nobody tell
sick.
Tom. Don't post
Yeah.
about it on MySpace because he'll see it there.
God damn it. He looks everywhere on MySpace.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we're gonna We're going to do that. And then we've got some special things coming up afterwards. which is
MySpace.com/tWoTcast, the new space for all of your Wheel of Time news.
called- fucking- Hey, by the way, it should be noted that there is actually more information about what's happening next with the Wheel of Time show on MySpace than there is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Because one of them
Because it's currently so active, I guess, right?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Anyway, join us next week for the asymptotic. Still not going to hit 200,000 fucking votes on.
We'll see. We'll see in a week.
5,000 in a week.
I'll bet a shot.
Oh, okay. A shot of the
Oh, I think it's crossing. You don't think it's
the
going to
Irish
cross
whiskey
2,000?
from Chicago.
200,000? I think it will.
I don't think it's crossing.
200,000 by next week. I'll take a shot. You'll take a shot.
If it does, I'll take a shot. Or if it does, I take a shot.
If it doesn't, you will. Or if it does, you will. If it doesn't, I will.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Also, it should be noted. Joe
Wait,
does not
how
do
about a
shots.
shot every a shot? What is that for us? It's chump change. It's not an actual bet.
Yeah.
What's the actual bet?
Cum shot.
Cum shot.
Jerk off in your own mouth on TV.
Yeah.
How about multiple shots throughout the show?
Okay, fair enough.
We have to
Yep,
take
that
a
makes
shot
more
every 30 minutes. 20
right.
minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I hope I have the late game Wednesday, but yeah, I'm in next week.
All right. See how that goes. I hate shots, by the way. This is going to kill me. John,
I know you do. I love shots.
I loved them when I was a young man.
When I
Not
was a
anymore.
younger man. Anyway, I'm Jono. Say goodnight, Joey.
See you, Dano.
Bye, Taffy.
Bye, my love.
Say
Great job
Tom's a
tonight.
cunt.
Tom's a cunt.
Yay.
Perfect. Keep the change of building animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast goal.